Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome to another MSI Insider live stream. I'm Mike and I'm here together with...
Erik.
Oh, so stuff is gonna die today.
Well...
You didn't say no directly.
Yeah, well...
Because we're gonna do some PC building today.
Yeah.
With Easy DIY, or well, partly with Easy DIY I should say.
I have the easy job. I get the easy DIY features and Mike gets old...
I've got some older stuff without the Easy DIY features, so I'm gonna build the old school way today.
Yeah, I proposed a competition, but yeah, he didn't dare. He said no, it's obvious.
Yeah, this is a very... Oh, it also would look really bad if you would still lose, by the way.
Yeah, true.
But before we go into it, we also have a giveaway today where you can win a Steam wallet code. You can go to msi.com/2/insider, or if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, you can also follow the direct link that our bot puts in the chat once every 5 minutes.
You DIY banner.
You did, that's your case. My case is a bit smaller.
I do like this. So
there we go.
Yeah.
Build smarter with Easy DIY.
Yeah.
So we're going to see if that's really true.
Well, Easy DIY are a lot of features which makes building...
Which makes DIY easy.
easy, but also consume less time. And you will see it, you know, less cables, less screws, all these kind of things. And yeah, it's...
I think I have to get used to some of these things again because I've been building with several Easy DIY features for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And now back to the old school way with a lot of screws and a lot of manual work. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting.
Will be a challenge. We have here an extra cam, we have a mobile cam, so it will be a challenge to put everything on the screen. But we will do our best. We'll sometimes be a little bit chaotic and you will get seasick because of cameraman Erik. But you will get used to it.
Probably. Before we start building though, can you switch to my slide?
Yeah, I can.
Because we have a...
Can you?
Hey, hello.
Hello.
Hello, capture.
Maybe you unplug and plug?
Let me try.
Preparation.
It's all gone.
Like
well,
always.
I had it on my screen, but not on the capture. 3, 2, 1. Hey, it's something. Okay, let me now duplicate. Will it work or will it not? Hey, we already got a teaser. 1 second. Can you move out for a second?
Yeah, sure.
And let's see if it then... What do you get now? That
hey,
works!
Fixed!
Because we have a very nice game bundle at the moment with the new game Rematch, which is a football or soccer game, wherever in the world you are. But it is very different to, for example, FIFA, I think, or it's not FIFA anymore. It's FC year now. So I think now it's FC 25.
I don't play these kind of games.
But you have kids. They don't play FIFA or FC 25?
Yeah, they play and I want to beat daddy, but you know, but I don't play against them, otherwise I lose.
But yeah, in those games you basically play with the whole team.
Yeah.
That's very different in Rematch. I would say it's a bit like a hybrid between FIFA or FC 25 and Rocket League. Because you play as one individual, but not as a car.
Yeah.
And you have to control that specific player, and you play with a team in multiplayer, and the other individuals are also actual people playing.
Yeah. The game has a unique style. My son saw it already like 2 months ago on like TikTok. Hey Dad, what game is that? I said, I don't know, you know, let me look at and I found Rematch, and then a few weeks later, oh, MSI has a bundle with it. Yeah,
and that bundle is with our motherboards. Later on I will also, when I actually build a system and if it works, I will also open the promotion page so you can get some more details about the promotion period, about how to redeem it, etc., etc.
When are you going to do that? Now or later?
No, if we build the system.
Okay. If we finish on time.
If we finish on time. If you finish on time. Oh, you got the Easy DIY, should be okay. But you can, of course, already check out our website where you can find the details of this promotion. It's already running. So yeah, with certain, I think it's B860 and Z890 boards from top of my head, you can get a nice combination with a free copy of
Go to msi.com and select, what is it, promotions or actions or something?
Yeah, correct. Another thing, if, and that's a big if, we finish these systems on time, then we also will play some Rematch live on stream.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And we'll see if that properly works.
Uh-oh. So to be clear, we're going to build 2 different systems.
Yeah. Correct.
So you have a case, and I have a case.
Yeah.
I have a new case.
Yeah, you have a new case.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, and it also builds really easy because
Okay.
it has the case also has some easy DIY features.
Oh, okay.
And your motherboard has a lot of easy DIY features.
I know.
You have a liquid cooler with easy DIY features, and you have a very new power supply, and that is this model. We will talk a little bit more about that later because that one has just been launched.
We previewed that on Computex.
Yeah, exactly.
And the case as well.
And the case as
So
well.
brand
But
new.
the case we already did a live stream with.
I didn't watch that one.
You didn't watch that one?
No.
My God, put so much effort
should
in
have
that live
followed
stream.
that one that I
That
know
was
all
the
the
white
features.
one though. this is the first one.
Oh,
where-
that's why I'm confused.
Oh, you think it's another case? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was another color, same case. Because that's the MPG.
What kind of case
Velox.
is it?
It's the MPG Velox 300R Airflow PZ, and this is the black version, so then it's just PZ. The one we previously used was the PZ white.
PC is Project Zero, but
Project
this
Zero.
also fits a normal ATX motherboard.
Yeah. So today we're using a normal board. The X870E Carbon is the one you're using. My components are a little bit older because I am.
No easy stuff.
No, it's not going to be easy.
Difficult stuff.
At least more time-consuming stuff. Not really difficult, but more screws, more manual jobs.
You know your stuff.
Yeah, I know my stuff. But it's AM4 platform still. It's a 500 series motherboard. I think the CPU I have is a 3800 XT. I also have one of our older series liquid coolers, the 240R I'm using. I'm using a
I'm putting this
non-modular
case
power
away
supply.
because I'm hugging it here. But we are going to start.
Does the case like you back or no?
We're going to start with the motherboard, right?
Yeah.
So, will you do the camera work?
Yeah, maybe you can quickly go to my slide.
Oh yeah, you have more stuff to talk about.
Yeah, because, well, there is a lot of one stuff with Easy DIY. One finger, one step, one glance, one hand, and one click. We'll go through all of them because there are, especially your motherboard, has a lot of Easy DIY features. And one of them is the one finger to install parts. So instead of showing you this on a slide, you can also hand over the cam to me and you can demonstrate
Well,
this live on
see
stream.
if this works. Not sure.
It should.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
all good.
Cool. Okay, so we will start with the M.2. I have a SSD over here, and normally, you know, you need to have a screwdriver. Do you have a?
I have screwdrivers, but you don't need them.
No, indeed. So normally you need a screwdriver to open or to remove the heat sinks, but now this one, you know, one click, you can easily remove it. Put it on here. Is this easy? Yes, it's easy. This one as well. So over here I'm going to install the M.2 SSD. So this one, you see it has two-side cooling pads. Normally there's a protective layer on here, but we already removed it. This is the RGB connector.
Yeah,
so it's
so
magnetic.
this is the easy magnetic M.2 shield frother.
Yeah. So because this one has RGB in the carbon, I guess.
RGB in the carbon logo, and you don't need any additional cables because the connection is just through the magnetic part.
Yeah. And normally there is a small screw over here, and if you you remove the screw, you probably will lose it because it's really small. So this one has a different kind of mechanism. You put it in, and you just click it down. That's all. And there is a small notch. Can you see the notch?
So this is the first generation. Maybe you
this
can
is-
also open the other one. You can see the difference.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm. Yeah, indeed. So,
So,
this is sorry.
yeah.
I said it wrong. This is the one with the notch.
Yeah. By the way, there comes an extra one in the box in case you want to replace one.
Yeah. That's easy. And did I put my contact lens in? Because this
We're
is
gonna
indeed
find
the
out.
previous generation. And this one is with a different mechanism. Let me first put this correctly.
Yeah, you need to open it up first, and then you can close
Yeah.
it.
Oh. Like this.
Yeah, and the new generation, you can immediately push it down and it clicks in.
So here there is some small lock. You see
What did
that?
you write on your SSD, by the way?
That's internal stuff like boot drive,
I
Windows.
think it's about what Windows installation is on there.
Yeah, indeed. And here you click it. So newer mainboards all get these. So it's like, yeah.
It depends on the exact model. Though.
Oh, I tried to do my nails for today. Is it good?
As
But I
chat.
don't really have like man's hand.
Oh, you're
I didn't
very
do-
feminine hands today.
Cool.
Looks lovely, Eric.
Yeah. So maybe we can also show, and then, okay, let's put this back on. It's quite easy. You just slide it here. Oh,
If you properly align it, it's easy. And then
Yeah.
you click it in.
that's it.
So no
And
screws.
this one as well. Just put it in here, click.
Yeah.
There's a mechanism here. You
So
can
no
push.
screws for the SSD and no screws for
No.
the M.2 shield folder.
Oh, indeed. That's all. Now,
Now
let us see.
let's head over to my motherboard. So this is a motherboard I'm using
You
today.
need a screwdriver, Mike?
Yes, I do. It's a MAG A850GLS Vector Wi-Fi. So this is a somewhat older motherboard. Hey, I don't see anything.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. One moment.
So what did everyone see from your installation?
It was just on the stream is lagging.
Ah.
Okay, let me. That's. Peter was just there, not?
Yeah, maybe he destroyed it.
What did Peter do?
Or maybe he was trying to fix something.
Can you check, Mike, maybe if the ID is still the same?
Yep, I can check. Let's see if we still get the signal from your... there we are again.
Not sure.
So I hope they were able to see your installation.
Yeah.
But this is my motherboard. This is an older motherboard, and as you can see, it does have M.2 shield frozzer, but you need to unscrew it.
Later we're going to play Rematch, if we finish on time. And we have a bundle with Rematch.
Yep.
Now we can see it.
So, very annoying tiny screws.
DIY nail polish next. Yeah, could be.
It's a good point, good point. This one, I'm a bit lucky actually with this one, because here the M.2 shield frozzer, you immediately screw it in.
Mm-hmm.
But if you would use a shorter
Again,
SSD,
it's gone.
maybe switch to the other camera and turn it a little bit. If that one works. Can you turn it a little bit to the middle?
You know this is risky.
This is always very risky, but
This
otherwise
is-
we cannot see anything.
Really risky.
Okay, I will move a little bit forward. So I've got two tiny screws, and I'm a bit lucky because if I would have to screw it directly in this, the screw would be even smaller.
You know why? Wi-Fi is gone.
Then maybe try to move to your mobile connection, and maybe that can fix it. In the meanwhile, I will grab my SSD. I'm using M390, 1 terabyte SSD. Installation process is kind of the same. Whoa, that's very close.
I need to go to a different camera.
This is very close. It's a good camera though.
I don't know. Hello. Okay.
Yes. Now this is basically a manual job because I need to properly align this for all my tiny screws.
We should have arranged a cameraman today.
That's you, right? I do have some small pins here to help me align that at least the screw hole is in the proper position. Then I screw it in on one side. This feels like so much effort now compared to what your installation was like. And I have to screw it in on the other side. There we go.
That was scary, people saying.
There we go.
Yeah. So,
yours was quite a bit quicker
indeed.
and easy.
Okay, what's next? CPU installation. I think we can do that on the...
Yeah, no easy DIY stuff on the CPU
No.
installation. We do have different sockets. Eric is using an AM5 motherboard. I'm using an AM4 motherboard.
Are you not afraid I'm...
Actually, mine is then actually a little bit quicker usually on
What
AM4.
CPU do you have?
You have
X3D CPU?
yeah, the 9800 X3D you have, and I have the Ryzen 7 3800 XT. So both are 8-core parts. Yours is a bit more modern and a bit faster.
A bit.
But yeah. CPU installation is.
I cheated a little bit. I already pre-installed these screws for the liquid cooler.
Yeah, that's cheating. Because your liquid cooler is already quicker, and now you make it even quicker.
Yeah.
But the good thing about this is that you can actually use the standard backplate on AM5 motherboards, because there's already a very good backplate on AM5.
So, backplate is here. You have to remove the plastic.
The clips.
The plastic clips indeed for the cooler. Yeah, like this.
You can just screw it out and replace it by the ones that come with the liquid cooler.
That's all. So, cooling paste. Or do you need
memory?
to prepare some? Oh, easy. Easy.
Yeah, memory is also no easy DIY. Still the same.
Memory, quite an old feature. Let me show it like this. Not sure how zoomed in this is. But on one side, you have here those locks. On one side, you don't have them anymore. And that's
on yours, no.
Yeah.
On mine, yes. So I have a lock on that side, and I have a lock on that side.
Yeah. For me, it's just one-sided only. Let me put them in.
But that in installation time doesn't make that much of a difference.
Oh, where do I need to put them in?
In the second and the fourth slot.
Yeah. MSI, always need to double check.
For me, that's easy. Just 2 slots.
Okay.
So another difference, I'm still using DDR4, Eric using DDR5, of course, because Eric's using AM5 and I'm using the AM4 platform.
Okay, memory installed. Now we're going for the liquid cooler. Or do you
Already?
want to do what do you want to do then?
I would do the liquid cooler when you put it in the case. That's going to make your life a whole lot easier.
I always prefer to mount it on the CPU now.
And then you're like balancing when you shove it in, and then you're dragging your radiator along.
So you want to go to the case?
No, we still have some more stuff to show.
Okay.
We can already talk a little bit about the easy PCIe release button. That one is also something that is only on your motherboard, not on mine. And we're already going to open it up for later. But basically, the easy PCIe release mechanism means you no longer have the basically this part on. Can you move a little bit below? So this is like the old school way of opening and closing the PCIe
Can you
slot.
give my release tool?
No. Don't stab this.
I just want to show everybody how
no,
it is.
you will destroy my motherboard.
No. Give me the
screwdriver. No, you're not getting the screwdriver. Because you will damage my motherboard. Eric usually stabs motherboards by opening this up with a screwdriver. Don't.
Small one. So I gently, behind the VGA card, I do like this.
No, not gently. I have seen you slip off a couple of times.
Anyway.
Don't do that. This is a way easier way. So no need to reach with your screwdriver. You can just push the button. And this is also easily accessible when the graphics card is in.
Want to put the GPU in?
Yeah, we can quickly.
Maybe put yours in.
Yeah, because it's a little bit smaller.
Yeah. And do like this.
Yeah, we need to lift it a little bit. Basically here, I don't know if you can see it in the small window, but you can see if it's opened or closed. So at this moment it's closed. I push the button, now it's open. And then you just push it in like this. Then it's in. And if you press it again, now it's locked in there. Yeah, it is actually strong. So Eric is now...
It's also heavy.
Yeah, Eric was lifting the full motherboard on a graphics card. This is just for demonstration purposes. Don't try this at home. But it does have a strong PCIe slot because it's also steel armor reinforced.
So a lot of people, they think that when you push your GPU in, it automatically locks. But that's not the case.
No.
It's just when you push this button, now...
He cannot lift it anymore. Well, maybe he can, but at least when I hold it down.
Is it locked?
I don't know. Did you lock it?
Yeah,
it is locked. Oh. I already unlocked it. There you go.
Oh, you already unlocked it.
I already unlocked it.
Okay, and of course your motherboard doesn't have that.
No, it's for me, it's just a latch.
What else?
Well, actually, maybe we can just move to my slide because we don't have this on the motherboard here, but the easy PCIe release mechanism differs per motherboard. So this is a somewhat higher end motherboard, and this one comes with the easy PCIe release. But to avoid people having the same issue that you have and stabbing their motherboards with a screwdriver.
There's no issue.
No
Nobody
issue?
has issues with it.
No, except when they kill the motherboards. But there is also the easy PCIe clip too, and that one basically has a somewhat bigger wing.
So you can easy put your screwdriver on it.
No.
It's easier target.
You can use your hand because you don't need the screwdriver in order to reach it. So if your motherboard is, or your graphics card is in your motherboard, you can still operate it by hand. So it's basically just an extended version.
And all newer models get this, right?
Yeah, that's on the more entry-level motherboards. On the higher-end motherboards, you will get the button. Yeah.
Lock. Let's say lock.
Then there is still a whole bunch of other easy features on these higher-end motherboards. It depends per motherboard which of the features are on there, but maybe you can grab your camera and go through some of them. So one is the smart button, and that one you will find on the I/O shield of the motherboard. So it's located right there. Oh, that's smooth.
Yeah.
So this is through a mobile network.
Yeah.
The smart button is something you can program in your BIOS. So for example, you can use it as a reset button. You can use it to, for example, switch on or off your RGB, those kind of things. So that's the smart button. Then next to it, there is the clear CMOS button. And on this side, there is the flash BIOS button. With the flash BIOS button, you can directly flash your BIOS without the need to install a CPU or memory or a graphics card. You just need to plug in your motherboard to your power supply and use the correct USB port. That one is also indicated. Let me see. That's right there. You can see that white block around it. So that's where the flash drive needs to be with the correct BIOS file. Then, and this is also something that of course depends on the exact model, if it has it or not, there are buttons on the bottom of this board for your power and reset. So if you, for example, want to use it on a test bench, if you're maybe doing a more extreme overclocking session or you're just testing some hardware, you don't need to switch on your PC with a screwdriver like we sometimes do, but you can simply press the button.
I always do like this.
Yeah, and if you then have the wrong pins, then you may damage stuff.
Normally it's...
So that's why this is a way safer
doing a little bit
way.
like this and then...
I'm going to steal the screwdriver from you because you're damaging all my samples.
And later I will demo how we do that.
How you destroy the sample. And then there is the easy LED switch, and that one is located... Let me
Is it on the top? Oh, the switch.
Yeah. So there's a small dip switch, as we call it. And basically with that switch, you can immediately switch off all the RGB on the motherboard.
Yeah, quite easy feature because not everybody likes RGB.
No.
They want slow, low FPS.
Yeah,
and
it's also something you can do through the BIOS, but
Yeah.
now this is just a quick and easy way to do it hardware-based instead of software-based. And that will also switch off the RGB of the stuff that you have attached to the RGB headers, for example, on the motherboard.
So if you want to annoy a friend, just switch it off and then he's
he's
going to
wondering
debug
why it
all the
doesn't work,
cables
yeah.
and the software.
Trying BIOS reset doesn't
Yeah.
work anymore.
No.
Then. Chronic Mayhem says in Twitch chat, this is how you avoid the warranty. Yeah, Eric is very good at avoiding warranty. So don't try that at home.
Maybe. I'm just,
are you gonna
checking. Also works.
keep it in one piece? I still need this motherboard. Some more building features that we have are the pre-installed I/O shield. That one you will find on this side. And this is a very convenient thing because, for example, this motherboard does not have such a thing. And that means you have a separate I/O shield.
Finger cutter.
And you can forget to put this in your case. You can forget to take it out.
Are you going to demonstrate how you can cut your finger?
Yeah, give me your finger. And
No,
then
your finger.
but this is also something people often lost.
And this is a nice one. I mean,
This
in
is already
the past, like 50 years ago, there
this
were
is a
really
nicer version with like
Yeah.
a black finish. In the past, there used to be very ugly ones. But yeah, it's still a separate thing that you need to put in your case before you put the motherboard in, and that's also something you can forget. Hey, you can wave in the mirror. So yeah, I think this is a very big quality of life upgrade during PC building. There is also easy mounting, and that's mostly on the back of the motherboard. So you have the double ESD protection, if it works. you also have you can see the keep out zones for the case standoffs there, and the avoid collision notification, and that's basically the ring here around. Just to clearly indicate where you have to be careful on the back of the motherboard. Question in chat, what does the smart button do? That depends on what you assign to the smart button in the BIOS. So you can use it, for example, as a reset button, or as a disable RGB button, or yeah, there are some more features available through the BIOS. Sarge says, IO Shield optional to install. Yes, you can also leave it out, but your PC may get a little bit dusty.
Yeah, indeed. Don't do that.
Yeah, and it doesn't look very pretty, but in case you lost it, then yeah, it can be a little bit different.
And that's the problem with IO shields. Each mainboard has a unique IO shield.
Yeah, because of course the
port
connectors, that's also different on every motherboard.
Yeah.
So for example, if I use a different motherboard, there may be 4 USB ports here, or maybe the display port and the HDMI maybe stacked on top of each other. So then it doesn't align anymore with the IO shield of another one. So you need.
So in the past, when you lost, it was always very difficult to get a new one.
Yeah.
I know,
especially specifically for your motherboard.
Some they emailed our FEI, Ruud, and you know, just ship one by mail. It's quite flat, fits in an envelope. But still, you can't order them from a website or something.
And it's also just very annoying.
Maybe now you can order them on AliExpress, not sure. And if you have a 3D printer, maybe you can make one yourself.
Oh, I've never tried for an IO shield.
No. Well, actually, you don't need anymore because now it's all integrated.
Yeah. And also, I think it probably happened to you as well, that you installed your motherboard in your case, and then you were like, oh yeah, I forgot to install the IO shield in the case.
Many times.
And you just screwed everything in, and you could take everything out again.
Yeah. And I'm kind of lazy, so I didn't take everything out. It was more like...
So then you had a hole in the back of your PC.
Yeah, and I took a tape and put it on the IO shield on the case, so the next time I need to put anything else in, like replace the GPU or whatever, then I'm going to put my...
Then you did it.
Because in the past I was also struggling, you know, to build a PC.
It was
a lot of things to do. So I was like, that's it. I want to play games.
On your motherboard, there are some more nice tricks. One is the easy conn-design. So that's the JF connector. Do you know where it's located? Because you will need it later on.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. In this specific example, it's the JF2 connector, and that one supports PWM signal for the fan. It supports addressable RGB for the fan and any other addressable RGB stuff that may be on there. And it supports USB. So it's USB 2.0 in this situation. It's not specifically meant for like data transfer or something, but in case you may use a liquid cooler that also supports this connector, with the USB connection, you can, for example, also drive an LCD screen that may be on top of the water block. So then you can connect the complete liquid cooler, fans for the spinning, fans for the RGB, and a screen on top of the water block, all through a single connector. Today we use a liquid cooler without an LCD screen, but it does have RGB.
So it only connects to the white pins.
Yeah.
And
so basically,
not these 4 pins.
That is JF1. Some of the more affordable models also only have the JF1 connector. Higher end models like the Carbon we're using here have the JF2. With the JF1, you have PWM and addressable RGB. With JF2, it adds USB signal to it. If you turn your motherboard around, back to the I/O, you can also see the antenna ports, and they now support easy antenna. So before, if you had the antenna connectors here, there we go, you had to screw those onto these ports right there. Now you just push them in like that, and that's it. That's how you install an antenna now. So that's also a bit quicker. Yeah, it's quite fun.
Yeah.
Another easy thing that we have is the USB driver and utilities. So the higher end motherboards come with this thing in the packaging with drivers and utilities on there. But of course, if there's already an internet connection in your PC, I would recommend to get the latest ones from our website. And then let's move over to the easy front panel cable. That's not on your motherboard, but that comes with your motherboard. Actually, I have one. As an example here. You will not need this today.
Wow.
And that's because your case basically already does this. So this is a connector that you use for example, your power button and your reset button and your HDD LED and those kind of things. You may remember it later on, you will see it with my case, but those were all separate small connectors.
All colored.
Not colored, they're all black as well.
Yeah, but in the past was all
Oh
colored,
yeah, in the past, yeah. Now you can plug those into this, so when you're actually building your PC, you can also leave it in your case if you want. You can directly plug them onto your motherboard. So that makes cable management a bit easier.
Yeah.
It also makes it a bit
It's like
prettier.
an extension cord.
It's basically an extension cord to bundle everything together. In the past, we actually had a similar thing. It was like a small block that you would put on.
Yellow block.
Yeah, but it was still very visible. And like you mentioned, in the past they had colors. Nowadays they don't.
Yeah.
But by having this with a cable, you can actually have that all behind your motherboard tray. So it just looks a little bit prettier, and it makes
It's also a little bit
possible.
outdated connector because it still shows you the hard disk activity.
Yeah, yeah.
And now SSD, you know, doesn't blink anymore.
No. But your case already has this all integrated into one. So you can already...
So it's in the case?
In your case,
Okay.
yes.
In your
my
case?
yeah. In that case.
You're funny today. Yeah.
If I would, for example, use it in my case, then I could plug them in this and then plug it in the motherboard at once. But my motherboard does not come with this cable, so I'm going to do everything manually.
Oh my god. And connect all of them, right?
Yeah, I'm going to connect all of them. So we already talked about the USB drive. Another thing we haven't talked about yet is the driver utility installer, and basically this is a nice program on your PC that automatically detects what drivers and utilities your system needs, and you can automatically download
Remember
and install
jumpers?
through.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. Master and slave before SATA was a thing.
Oh yeah.
It's also done with jumpers. Also overclocking with jumpers, adjusting the front
side
side bus. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, good old days. Nowadays, all through the BIOS. Another cool feature on our motherboards is easy debugging, and that can be done in two different ways, and it depends per motherboard which way is available.
Some have both, right?
Yeah, the one you have right here has both actually, so we can show both on your motherboard. You have
rotate the motherboard.
Yeah, the easy debug LED is it's multiple. They are located right there. And then, so these are basically, it's a row of LEDs. You use these to identify, so on the left you see boot, VGA.
A few weeks ago when I was building my Unraid server at home, I had bingo, all four of them.
All four of them. So you installed nothing properly.
No.
But here you can identify, for example.
Actually, it was a BIOS issue. It was CPU didn't recognize.
Yeah. But if you have like a specific issue with either your VGA or your RAM or your
one of them will flash.
Yeah, one of them will flash, and you know where to search for the problem. So maybe your RAM is not properly seated into the DIMM slot, then the light will light up, and you know that's where I need to search for the solution.
Yeah.
This is the Digi version, so it's called the Digi Easy Digi Debug LED, and that one will show.
That's a difficult Easy Debug Digi whatever. What?
Easy Digi Debug LED.
Who's coming up? Are you marketing?
I didn't come up with this, but it is a useful thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is hexadecimal codes.
So basically it displays a number, and that number basically tells you where the issue is. And this is more detailed.
So it's not only you have a problem?
No, but it also, in certain situations, can tell you what the problem is.
Yeah, indeed.
So where for the Easy Debug LED you're limited to, is it a CPU issue? Here you may also see what the CPU issue is exactly.
This is also featured on a lot of other motherboards, also mid-range entry-level motherboards, and you know it just says, hey, you have a CPU issue, but not what the issue is. And with this, it clearly tells you, you know, in the manual or online you can find error codes, and it clearly tells you in detail what the problem is. So it's on a more high-end board, so if you're doing a lot of building and then changing hardware, this one is way more easier to use. Yeah. Way more advanced.
Also, if you're trying a lot of things out, if you're testing hardware, then this can be a very, very useful thing.
Indeed.
If you go to my slides, you see a couple of examples of what this looks like with the corresponding codes. So it's a little bit tiny, but you see for example, also what the status is when it's doing something. So when you see 06, the microcode is loading, for example. That kind of information you cannot get from the easy debug LEDs that you see on the left. So yeah, it's really nice for status updates. When you boot your PC, you will also see it go through the different stages of the boot process. So you may see a lot of different numbers there. Other things that your motherboard has, easier recognition. I saw you already used one where you wanted to install your RAM because it is printed on the motherboard. Where
I'm going to show that.
Yeah, which one you should use.
It's like a cheat code.
This is like Eric's favorite cheat code.
No, actually not.
No?
You know, I'm a marketing guy. And I like the product to be as clean as possible. So I don't want the manual be, you know, printed on the PCB. However, yes, I also, you know, checked it when I installed the memory.
But it's also something that a lot of people tend to do wrong.
Do you have the other ones as well on this one for the M.2?
Yeah, but we'll talk about that later.
Can I not show it now?
No, let's first talk about this one. So basically, when you use two memory modules, which a lot of people do, it tells you where to install it. So basically, what you do is you skip the first slot, then you install one module in the second, you skip the third, and you install one in the fourth. A lot of people that are not aware of this will maybe install it in the first one and the third one, or the first two slots. But then you will not get either you won't get dual channel, or
cookie.
No, because it's a daisy-chained motherboard, so the memory signal is the best on these memory slots. In the past, many boards had T topology, where the memory signal was always kind of equal in each slot.
QR code?
It is a QR code.
Then probably we're banned from TikTok.
Yeah, probably. They don't like QR codes. But yeah, this gives you the best memory performance also to make you reach the highest memory frequencies in case you're using two modules. And memory frequencies with two modules can be a lot higher than with four modules.
Can we now show the M.2? Or
yeah, we can.
Is this page 27 of your
No,
PPT?
no. It's actually it's currently open on my PPT.
Uh-oh.
So here you have an M.2 slot, and you see some printing next to it.
How is it like this? Ooh,
yeah,
focus,
it is like that.
Focus difficult. This is the best I can do?
Yeah, can you read it?
No.
Basically, what is on there is, well, it tells you which M.2 slot it is. It tells you where the lanes come from, the PCI Express lanes. So in this case, it indicates M.2_2, so slot number 2, which makes sense because the one on top is number 1. It says CPU, so in this case, the lanes come directly from the CPU, not from the chipset. And it supports PCI Express and not the SATA interface. So it's specifically a PCI Express.
And this is especially useful when you have a lot of M.2 slots on the board, because this one has already 1 over here, 2, 3, 4.
So for example, the one you see here, so that's one below, it's for this slot. There's the indicator, it's a bit longer, so that's why it's located on top. And that one says chipset, so that one...
Focus, very difficult today.
Yeah. But here, the PCI Express lanes for that SSD come from the chipset and not from the CPU, like the other slot.
So, very useful, still, it's a manual.
Yeah, basically it is like a quick way to see...
That's why I don't like it.
Brandon's Games asking what's the difference from CPU and chipset?
Performance, basically.
Can be in certain situations.
Because the PCI Express lanes from the chipset are also communicating with the CPU via DMI bus, or what is still called DMI?
For Intel, it's DMI.
And they increase the bandwidth.
Yeah, here it's just basically you have a PCI Express connection between the CPU and the chipset, but you can also overload that connection. So if you have a lot of stuff attached to
in the beginning,
your
DMI bus had too few PCI Express lanes, so the speed was quite limited. And if you have a lot of USB devices or other PCI M.2, it was bottlenecked. And you
especially if you use them simultaneously,
indeed.
Then you can run into limitations.
So that's also the top slot on this board is from the CPU. You just saw that in the beginning, and that's what most people prefer and should prefer, because that gives the best performance. If you only have one SSD.
Yeah, if you use one SSD, usually the top slot is your safest bet, but you can check on the motherboard now if it is indeed the slot that has the CPU PCI Express. Of course, if you want to use 4 SSDs, you will not have enough lanes anymore from your CPU, so then you will have to go to chipset lanes as well. Or SATA, but that will be a whole lot slower. But also possible, so maybe if you have some old storage, you can still use it through SATA as well. Then there is the fan header recognition, and that's basically done through color coding. So here on the motherboard you see the different headers. Some are black, some are gray. Almost white actually, it's a very light shade of gray. And it also indicates the stronger header. So
what slideshow is this?
yeah, so for example, the standard system fan header is a 1 amp header, the CPU fan header is a 2 amp header, but we also have 3 amp headers on our boards nowadays, and those are indicated by the white ones. So for example, if you want to interconnect a whole lot of fans on a single header, that's one you could use because it's simply a more powerful header than the other ones. You can easily see it. If we go back to the I/O of the motherboard, we also have the easy speed recognition, and that's basically printed on the motherboard what the speed of the different USB ports is, for example, but also the LAN ports.
Almost 45 minutes. We should start building. Otherwise, I'm afraid you don't finish.
What do you think? Do you think I'm that slow? Okay, we'll speed it up a little bit. One click to boost performance. So if you can go back to my slide, because this is more of a software feature on one end in the BIOS. So in the BIOS, with only a single click, you can enable, for example, Expo or XMP to get better performance out of your memory. You can also enable Game Boost through MSI Center software in Windows. There are also several functions to easily optimize your PC. So you have several cooling profiles that are already in there, but also for your monitor, different color profiles, so all very easy to do.
Skeets, this one has 4 slots. And this is the what is it? X870?
X870E Carbon Wi-Fi, MPG. Easy overclocking, so Game Boost as mentioned before, AI Boost, so if you have a CPU with an integrated NPU, you can also easily overclock that, and as mentioned before, Expo or XMP.
Oh, sorry, Skeets is asking PCI Express 5.0 M.2 slots. That's a different question.
Oh, I think it's 1 or 2, from the top of my head. I think 2 because you have CPU lanes from 2 of them.
Yeah.
So within MSI Center, you can find a lot of easy optimization features. So it works in modules, so you can easily install the modules that you want and easily optimize your system through this software as well. So all the way ranging from monitor to external devices to the stuff happening inside your PC. You can all do it through this. Then Eric. This was the motherboard thing, but let's talk about our new power supply. And that's one you have, so maybe you can already quickly show it in the camera. Yeah, your power supply. It's located there.
I was trying to find it.
Yeah, maybe let's use that camera for it.
This one.
Yeah, so here you see the MAG A850GLS PCIe5.
Now I cheated again because it's a modular power supply.
It is a modular power supply.
Installed some cables.
Yeah.
Only the ones I need.
Only the ones you need. And that's of course the big benefit of a modular power supply because, well, I have an older one here. You always have this cable clutter because it offers a lot of connections, but I don't need all of them. And I cannot take them out for this one. You can just take the cables out that you don't need or install only ones that you need. Yeah. This is a whole range of new power supplies. So the GLS series doesn't only come in 850 watts, so that's the one Eric is using today, but it also comes in 650, 750 and 1000 in case you need more. You are using a 5090 today.
Can I start building and so you do the talking?
Yeah, we can do that. But then you will be ready even faster now, because I need to do more work.
We're going to make it exciting.
You already prepared most stuff on your motherboard,
True,
so that's good.
True.
The GLS series are 80 plus gold certified, but also Cybernetics gold certified and PPLP.info gold.
Too many labels.
A lot of labels. Basically,
yeah,
it means
certifications. Yeah.
Basically, it means it's a very efficient power supply, and one thing that it has to thank it to is its semi-digital design. And this is the main difference between the GL series that we already had and the new GLS series, because this one is semi-digital. That gives you some efficiency gains. Also helps actually a little bit with the noise levels, and it has some more protection mechanisms. So for example, SIP and NLO, I won't go too deep into this, but basically the protection inside your power supply will be even more extensive with a semi-digital power supply. important here to mention is that it's not a fully digital power supply. So for example, our MEG series are fully digital power supplies, and those can also communicate with your system. So you actually connect them
Via
through
USB.
the USB header, indeed, and then you can have software readouts where you can, for example, see how much power your system draws, or
on which rails and all the details.
Sometimes you can even switch it between single rail and multi-rail, those kind of things. That is not possible through this one. So it is a semi-digital power supply, not a fully digital power supply. It is also ATX 3.1 ready, so in line with the latest certifications. It has 3 times power excursion on the GPU, so that means it can briefly withstand power spikes up to 3 times the power that it's officially rated for the GPU, and up to 220%, so 2.2 times on the total power excursion of the power supply. Maybe you can quickly show the terminals, because these are actually alloy copper connector terminals.
I can. Oh, that's my microphone cable.
And these are actually extra high quality terminals. So in case you have one of those power surges or spikes, the connector won't be the bottleneck there. So you don't get any melting or other nasty issues on your connectors. So very high quality connectors on this power supply. As you can already see, it comes with a native 12 volt 2x6. So basically,
and with cable comes.
With cable comes. Oh, we'll talk about it later. It comes with a native PCIe 5.1 power connector. So that's that one. So that's the 12 plus 4 pin that you will see on a lot of modern graphics cards nowadays.
It's a bit strange because of a green screen, but it's yellow.
It is yellow, but for some reason it still keys part of it out. Yeah, it doesn't make much of a difference.
No.
As you can see maybe you can show what's printed on the cable.
On the cable?
On the cable there, on the connector.
This one?
Yep. You can see that this one has 600 watts printed on it.
Okay, you take this thing because no need for Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So 600 watts, basically how much power you can pull over this.
600 watts.
Yeah, and that's because you're using the 850 watt model. If you're using the 750 or 650, that will be lower. So it will be up to 450 watts for the 750 watt power supply, up to 300 watts for the 650 watt power supply. For the 1000 watt model, it will also be a 600 watts.
Only makes logic sense.
Yeah.
Because normally,
if you have a 650 watt power supply and you draw 600 watts over it, there will never be enough for the rest of
you
your
have the
system.
wrong PSU for your system.
Exactly. So from 850 onwards, it supports the full 600 watt. And of course, it all depends on what kind of graphics card you use, if that's sufficient or not. Eric is very modest, so he's using a 5090 today.
It's a beast.
And that's also why we're using one of the more powerful models in this new lineup.
It's big, heavy.
If you also use,
and I already dropped it today.
If you also use a very power-hungry CPU, then you may need to go even higher than 850 watts, of course. But Eric is just using.
This is going to run on 850?
Yeah.
Woo.
But you're using a 9800 X3D CPU, so that one is actually very efficient. Yeah, no. So the combination will be fine on an 850, but that all depends, of course, on the combination. So if you use,
if you use Intel,
well, nowadays Intel's also quite efficient, but it also depends on if you use, like you're using an 8-core CPU. That also makes a difference with a 16-core. So if you use a Ryzen 9 16-core in combination with a 5090, you may want to.
We have a nice power supply calculator on our website.
Yeah, and there you can basically you put in what's in your PC, and that one will give you an estimation of how much power you need and what kind of power
Alan
supply
JT saying, oh, the melty connector. Sometimes.
Well, to avoid that, it's dual color, and that's why it's yellow, so you can see if it's properly inserted into the graphics card. If you can still see the yellow in between, that means it's not properly seated into the socket. So you need to push a little bit further, so it looks, as you can see on the left here on this picture. It's also a very high quality cable to avoid any melting issues. So it's an embossed jacked modular cable. It is quite bendable because that was, with early cables, sometimes a bit of an issue.
Alan is going to make my build more difficult because he's referring to the PCI Express connector on the bottom, and I don't have a cable for that.
We can get you one, but it's
know.
mostly if you want to use like more PCI Express devices,
GPUs,
if you use
yeah.
like or SSDs because
Yeah.
they can also draw power from it. Today, Eric will only use a graphics card, and it's not really necessary to install it. You can if you want, but
No, I don't want.
for safety.
He's making he's making it more
extra effort
difficult.
for you. Yeah. So you already wanted to talk about this, right? And that's the cable organizer.
But first, we're going to do a lucky draw.
Giveaway. So if you haven't participated yet, go to msi.com/2/insider. If you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, you can also.
Up with this mouse.
There is a sensitivity button on the bottom. You're used to high sensitivity, right?
Is this the bottom?
Yeah, that's the bottom.
No.
It's the bottom and it's the button.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's both.
this is the button.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a pairing button. I pushed it a few times.
But you're the high sensitivity guy, so you should be
No,
fine
this
then,
is.
right?
I'm
This
getting
is even
older,
too much
so
for
this
you.
is
Okay.
bit too much. I'm going to push it 2 times. Where is it? Yeah, this is
Better?
much better. Yeah.
So if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, you can also follow the direct link that I'll bot put in the chat once every 5 minutes.
Let me winners. We like winners.
Yeah. So there's Steam wallet codes today. If you're already signed up, no need to do anything again. So our first winner for a Steam wallet code is. You have your lens in, right?
I have my Wicked Goat 2004.
Wicked Go 2004, you won the first Steam wallet code. Congratulations.
I don't know who put this the headset over there.
Yeah, it's not in a convenient location.
Not for me.
We will send out the game code to you or the Steam code to you in the coming days
Wicked
with some
Goat
instructions
2004.
on how to redeem it. Congrats. So Eric, back to your power supply because you already talked about the cable organizers.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah. And on the 850 watt and the 1000 watt models, these are already pre-installed. They do also come included with the 650 and 750 watt models, but then they come separately included in the box.
Basically, you know, they're not only on the ATX24, but also on the...
You'll find them on all the cables.
yeah, almost all. Almost.
Yeah, do you have one without?
Yeah, this one? Oh, no, this is tie web.
Yeah, okay, because that one has a connector basically on...
So it's not on the SATA
SATA,
power cable, but it is on the PSU cable, on the new 600 watts connector. Yeah, and this of course makes it look way more.
Yeah, for your cable management, you can make it look a lot nicer.
Yeah.
So you don't
Still
get
on the back, you can make a mess.
Yeah, but you don't get the whole spaghetti effect. You
Yeah.
can just use the cable organizers for that. The fan inside your power supply is a 135 millimeter fan, and it has a fluid dynamic bearing. So compared to, for example, sleeve bearings, they are a lot more durable. So sleeve bearings are rated for around 20,000 hours, and a fluid dynamic bearing for around 60,000 hours of continuous use. So that's it's a lot more durable. It's also very quiet.
Skeet's saying Steam sales is right on, on right now. RoboCop is like $3. I think the young guys don't know RoboCop anymore. You know RoboCop?
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Paul Verhoeven?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wicked Go 2000 something, 2004 was a winner.
Yeah, that was a winner indeed. So quick comparison between the GL, so that's our existing series, and the GLS, our new series. So as mentioned before, the new generation can do up to 220% of total power excursion. It's semi-digital, whereas the GL was still an analog power supply. It's also a little bit more quiet, so for the GLS, the noise levels will be lower than 25 watt dBA. Of course, it depends on the way it's measured. If you hold it really close, then maybe more. Cables are improved, and also because of the semi-digital design, you get some more safety features on these new power supply series. Here's a quick recap, but we've basically been through all of it. Then what a lot of people are always wondering about are the prices. So these are the suggested retail prices in US dollars, excluding VAT, and exclusive any tariffs if those are in place, and euros including VAT, and this is 20%, so it depends on the country how high that is. So if the VAT in your country is higher, then the price may be a little bit higher. If the VAT is lower, then it may be a little bit lower. And these are also only suggested retail prices, so the retailers can still define their own price.
I believe these will continue next to the GL series, right? You can still pick them up.
You can still
so
get
depending
the GL
on price, and I mean, it's not a lot of difference. This one, has a few.
It has
benefits.
A few improvements,
yeah.
But maybe you can get a good deal on the GL series now, because the GL series should be slightly cheaper now than the GLS series. But yeah, prices ranging from 109 to
And don't
189.
overspec your PSU. I mean, too many people, they want like a 1500 watt or even 1000 watts.
But do
Look
keep
at
in
your
mind
system.
but do keep in mind for certain graphics cards that only from the 850 onwards you get 600 watt on that PCI Express plug. So that's something to keep in mind also in case you want to upgrade. Maybe 750 is enough, but if your graphics card needs a lot of juice, then you may need to go for a higher end model. Okay, Eric. Maybe we need to. Yeah, I think we need to make some space because I think it's time to install that power supply in your case.
Okay.
And your case has something nice for it. Indeed, easy.
Easy.
Because it's the easy release
Can
design
I
of the
put
power
this
supply.
on the carpet or?
No, you can hand it over to me.
Oh, and you put it on the carpet.
And I'll put it on my lap. Because if you put it on the carpet, you may drive over it with your chair.
No doubt about that.
So we'll make a little bit of space.
Are you going to do the camera work?
If you turn your case in the right direction.
Says something. I don't know what it all says. I don't know.
Something.
Yeah, add more here. I don't care. Add more here.
I'm gonna have a sip. It's warm here.
Okay. Are we watching this movie? Are you?
Yeah, we're gonna watch you do this.
Okay. Mobile. You do the
Which is
mobile
even
thing.
better. Okay.
Watch out. Don't make
Okay.
people seasick.
I will not make them seasick at all.
Okay.
I think people just started puking.
I think you need to stand over here.
Well, then I cannot have this on my lap anymore.
Come on, give me. I'll put it on my chair.
Okay.
So, so this case is quite easy with the side panels. You can just remove it like this
Just pop it off.
and take it out. Also, I will do that on the other side already. I don't know, but later probably we need to be there. So, the inside, we had one glass panel. This one has filters on it, and there is some tape over here. You can remove this for transport.
So they're magnetic dust filters.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, we can make eyebrows. You have two of them.
Yeah, then I need another one.
Oh,
How does
if
it
I
look
put
then?
on your
It's good?
eyebrow, maybe later you don't have
I've
eyebrows
been in a weird
anymore.
location. Yeah, I hope they're not too sticky. That may hurt.
Wax. Okay, so these dust filters, like what Mike already said, they're magnetic, so you can easily put them over here, clean them, wash them. So we're going to put this away. Then we have the inside of the case. So we're going to put the power supply in, and over here you have some sort of protective cage. And normally, in a normal case, this is already closed and you cannot remove it, but over here you can remove it by, can you show? Oh, yeah, you can show. So by removing two screws, one is over here and the other one is here at the bottom.
They're thumb screws, so you can just do it with your hand.
And then you can take this case off. So it has some nice, what is it, rubber?
Yeah. Of course, you can also slide the power supply in from the other side. So that's basically the regular way.
But why do difficult?
Well, the thing is mostly, if, for example, if you're using a modular power supply and if you need an extra connector, that is really difficult to reach from that side. Now you can also just take this part off and you can easily plug an extra cable.
So I'm taking all the cables in one hand. So you before you install the PSU, better already connect the cables. That's you check what you need.
Makes your life easier.
Yeah. I'm going to push it to this side, and at the same time I'm going to put the power supply in. Fan, of course, to the bottom, so it can suck air through these holes, cooling holes. Also here, there is a magnetic dust filter. Probably.
No, this one is not magnetic. It's a slide.
Oh yeah,
it's a slide
slider
from
here.
the back.
Yeah. I'm a sales guy. Everything magnetic.
No, this one's not magnetic.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm first going to. Mike. What screw do I need?
The correct one.
The correct one. I need
For the correct four, yeah.
The four. This one. This one. This one. Show how many difficult.
A lot of screws.
Yeah. But
But these are the four you need. And
yeah. So from the back, position the PSU in the holes, like this.
And this part is the same like in
Let
my
it come
PC.
towards you. Yeah, this is legacy. I always do in like a cross. Otherwise, maybe your screws will go. Nope, this one. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, now, well, I put the last one in.
Before we continue, this case actually has another cool feature that we're not showing today, because you will use the standard fans, and those are the two 160mm fans that come in front of this case. This case actually has a nice bracket in the front, so that's where those fans are installed by default. But you can take this whole bracket out, and that way you can install different front intake fans or even a radiator on there when it's outside of the case, so it makes it a lot easier. And it has room for either the 2x160 that you see now, it has room for 3x140 or 3x120mm fans. So a lot of options with that easy bracket at the front.
Yeah. Okay, next thing, let me check. What's the next thing?
That one is located on this side.
I'm going to put the...
Yeah, put that one back on.
Yeah. Are you going to show it?
They already saw how you took it off, so it's basically the same but in reverse.
Yeah. Quite easy. Okay.
And then something else this case has is the fan speed control hub, and that one is located at the very top on the rear side, so at the back of the motherboard tray basically. And this one does not only control the fans, so the PWM, but also RGB. So you can basically connect a lot of stuff. So you can see that some stuff is already pre-connected. So those are the pre-installed fans at the front, for example.
I want to make people sick.
And that will make your life a whole lot easier. And later on you will see me struggle with the other build because that one doesn't have such a hub. So I need to interconnect all the RGB cables, and I need to use like a splitter cable for the fans because I don't have sufficient number of headers for all those fans.
And it's quite easy. You connect one SATA power cable to it, then the hub is powered. You connect one fan header to the main board. Then you can loop to, then everything is connected, and you connect one industrial RGB header to the main board, motherboard I should say.
Yeah.
And then everything you can loop through via the connectors. Okay.
Okay. Then
I'm going to put the motherboard in.
Yeah, let's do some more building. I will take this over.
Yeah. So I'm going to put the case on its side. What I maybe first do, I'm going to already route these cables, some of them at least, because over here I have not this one, this one. I have two power connectors. I know they need to go here on top, so I'm going to put them through this. How do you call this, rubber?
It's basically a piece of rubber.
Yeah. So I'm already
to make sure that it's not like a huge hole.
I'm going to put them here.
Makes it a bit prettier.
This one, there's not a cable loop through it.
Grommet, that's the word. Thank you, chap.
Okay, so VJ cable, I'm going to put over here. So to the front. I'm just going to leave it there. And then there are more cables. So I'm first going to do my cable routing. Wow, we have a lot. Okay, mainboard, USB, both are USB. So let me see, they need to go to the front, but I'm not going to stick them through because I don't know at this moment where the mainboard will end up. Where, you know, I don't want to show too much cable. Okay, So then we have this left. We have a, you see this? Yeah, audio connector. Well, this always, in MSI at least, it's at the bottom front at the motherboard. So I'm going to put it over here.
So bottom left,
Yeah,
if you
I'm
look
going
from
to route it behind the PCI Express. Oh, sorry, about CPU connectors. Then we have the panel connector Mike was talking about. So we had an extension cord with the motherboard, but we don't have to use it. So this
So
is
for you, that's
other
one
bottom.
connector. Let me quickly show you what it will look like for me. So this is what I will be dealing with.
Yeah, and
That's the
this
same
is
thing.
What I have.
But for Eric, it's just a single plug that he will plug straight onto the motherboard.
I'm going to put it here. And then we have one power cable. Let me see. So here we have the hub power cable. So it's a SATA power cable. Just going to put it in. I don't like these connectors. Always have to, you know, it's not like USB.
You don't like SATA connector?
It's like USB. You always have to check how does it need to be connected.
Turn twice and it fits, right?
Yeah, indeed. So for now I'm going to just put this here. This is from your liquid cooler, so this we're going to do later. And then we still have two connectors for the motherboard. This is the fan to the hub, fan connector, and this is the addressable RGB header. But I'm going to do it later.
So you only need one of each, and you can control a lot of devices with it.
Hub is powered already.
Yeah, so hub is powered.
So now it only needs the fan signal and the RGB signal. Yeah, so that's that mic. I think now I'm going to put the motherboard in. So I'm going to take these cables just that I don't damage anything.
Don't forget to put the I/O shield in. Oh wait, it's integrated.
It's integrated. I'm going to put it on the side. Over here you see another feature of this case. This is like to support your VGA card. You can, there are here screws. Mike, can you show it? Maybe it's on the other side, maybe over here. So you can adjust it in height, in height. And then this you can...
Depending on the thickness of your
indeed.
graphics card.
Yeah. So you can put it wherever, or if you have two GPUs, you can put the bottom GPU. So over here are all the cables I just put to this side. And then I take the motherboard. So first I'm going to put this away, otherwise probably it will. So motherboard is quite easy. You have the, Mike told me 9. How do you call these? Bus?
They're like the spacer.
Yeah, spacers. Yeah, maybe. Okay. So I'm going to put the motherboard on top of them, and I'm going to align the I/O panel over here. Mike, can you show here?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's where he just slides it in, basically. So this is where, if you have a separate I/O shield, this is where
I'm just going to hold it like this, and then I'm going to just align it, and then it should be aligned with the spacers. Can you check it
basically
inside?
you can see all the screw holes also.
Yeah.
If you look through.
Over there. Yeah. So now I'm going to find the right screws again.
This one needs to go a little bit further, otherwise it won't fit. There we go.
Don't destroy my build, Mike.
I'm fixing your build. So we're talking about aligning it, and then you didn't align it.
Yeah. So I'm pushing the mainboard towards the I/O, and then with magnetic screwdriver, I'm just going to put one in.
Did you just bump your head?
No.
Oh. I
Okay.
heard something.
Then on the other side, on the bottom side, I'm also going to put one in, because now we know for 100% sure it's the I/O panel is fitted correctly, and the mainboard is locked in its position. Then on the other side, between the PCI, next to the PCI slot or the I/O panel, I'm going to put another one in.
And now you're very lucky that you have the easy and the two-shield throzer.
Oh, it's not aligned correctly, I think. Should be like this. So you see, with those two screws in, it still isn't angled properly, so I'm pushing it a little bit. That's it. So 3 screws in. Should I do the rest? The other ones? Mike.
And now you're lucky with your screwless M.2 shield frozzer, because the other one is located underneath the M.2 shield frozzer, so you have to take it off, where you just installed your SSD.
Yeah, so over here.
And then you can reach the other screw hole.
Okay, still 3 screws to go. Oh, one to escape.
Alan says that sound is man kit in the AC ducting. Then he may have bumped his head there.
Yeah, could be. He's trying to escape.
Did I put his leash on today?
Actually, we're going to move to a different building. So today a lot of...
At least part of our company.
Yeah. Logistical...
Logistical
should
nightmare.
this one in? Maybe. Where? Oh, here at the bottom. Yeah, so they had move day today. So picking out the whole day, they were...
It was a mess.
Moving out all the furniture, etc. Okay, so I'm going to put this back on here. Oh.
Align it.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it is. Okay, then actually first I'm going to put these two over here. Mike, can you show?
Let me see if I can reach this.
Or maybe you do that. Then I film from this side.
I also have to do your build.
Hey, don't.
I'm gonna grab some more space. Clip is on the top side, so it goes in like this.
It's very difficult to show, but these are the CPU
Yeah, my hand
connectors.
is in the way, I think. Yeah, these are the 2 CPU connectors.
I
The
thought
8-pin power.
it was more easy if I filmed from this side, but
No, there we go.
yeah, indeed.
And now, if your build doesn't work, then you will say, "Oh, the 8-pin power connectors were not installed."
So audio connector. Well, I know in MSI this is always at the bottom, so I know where it's located. This, of course, in different brands.
Skeets has a very good point in the chat.
What? Do we need to start
Eric's
over again?
fingers are too big.
Oh, for sure. The fingers are already a long time on a diet, but it doesn't help. So don't blame the fingers, please. Don't fat shame my fingers. And then we have this easy front panel connector. I'm going to put it over here. Still, you need to look. You need to check. Oh, sorry, Mike. You need to check because one hole is closed.
Yeah.
So always need to check. It's on the top corner, so it aligns. Top corner, and that is that. So now I'm going to put my case on its feet again, and I'm going to pull the cables. You know what dropped off?
What did?
The M.2.
So you didn't seat it properly.
It is, but it isn't.
And you didn't align it properly. Can you switch to the main cam?
No, one moment. This is it. Okay, so I have here the audio cable. So I'm going to pull it over here, and here I have this front panel cable.
So you don't have a lot of excess cable.
Indeed, you don't see any. Hey, we did this wrong.
What did you do wrong?
Yeah, it's.
What do you mean we did this wrong?
I don't know how this happened, Mike, but I'm
What
sure
did you
you were part of it.
What did you do?
Okay. Better don't. No, okay. I didn't do cable management the right way, but nobody knows this. And nobody sees it after.
So when can I start building? Because I need a lot of time for all my screws.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe you can start at the same time. I mean, what else?
Then I will need to drop the camera.
Yeah. I will.
Okay, I'm gonna make some space as well.
So, we have here the VJ support. We have here the VJ power cable. But first we need to install the liquid cooler. I think that's going to be the next step. GPU, always last thing to put in your case. First, liquid cooler. But we're going to look at what Mike is going to do.
I need to do some more manual work than you. So I cannot simply pop my sides off. I first need to undo some thumb screws.
So that was already,
too
we
much,
don't have a marketing name for it. Easy side panel.
Yeah.
Do you think we can make that with a nice logo?
Yeah, we could.
Easy side panel.
This is also quite easy. There are thumb screws, so it's not too much work, but yours is quicker.
Easy thumb screw. And then we call this easy side panel too, because we already had the thumb screws. We need to think generational. You know, that people know, oh, this is newer than the other one.
So now it's open as well. I'm also gonna put in my power supply first.
Uh-oh,
Let's make some space. It's a lot of cables because I don't have a hub in this case. So a lot of cables need to be interconnected, like fan cables and RGB cables.
We're going to check.
The sweat.
No sweat yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
It doesn't take too long.
What, the sweat?
The sweat. And my build as well. This is my power supply. As you can see, it's not modular, so I will always have to stuff all the cables inside my build. So that's a bit of a negative, but it works. At least I don't have to figure out first what cables I need, because I have all of them. So that's the
well, you don't know
positive thing. Yeah. I cannot take the cover off from the other side, so
what is that kind of cheat?
We can do cable management with it. We can
is
take
this
it out
your cable
as well.
management?
At least I do cable management, but now not anymore. And then let me also.
But you had the cable management tie wrap something pre-installed. That's cheating.
Is that cheating? That was not even mine. But do you have a screwdriver for me? Because, I will need a screwdriver a lot for everything I will do today. But this part is the same as for your power supply.
The 4 screws.
The 4 screws.
I was actually talking with Mike. You know, when you're building a PC, especially when you're new, you have a lot of different screws. You have different screws for your motherboard, for your hard drives, for your power supply, for your liquid cooler. I said, why are we not making the same screw hole?
It is a bit difficult because of different screw sizes and different weights.
Yeah, but I mean, we can make one heavy
It's not
screw.
impossible, but yeah, compatibility can also be
Mike
a
is
bit of
going
a
to
challenge.
one, so I told him talk with the product managers and, you know, make this idea happen in like 12 years or something. Okay, maybe 2. Maybe for Project Zero, no screws.
That'd be cool, that you can just click it in.
Yeah.
So, power supply installed in mine as well. I'm just gonna leave the cables here for a bit. And then I'm also gonna install my motherboard. But before I do, I need to install this. Not gonna forget it today. And that one goes...
Cut your fingers, cut your fingers. You can also put it upside down.
Yeah, then my motherboard won't fit anymore. And then basically you click it in here. All ends. This is always a hassle, and this is why I do not miss these.
No.
There we go. So when... yeah, that's the I/O shield.
That's 2 minutes I/O shield.
Yeah, but it's in there. So you need to click it in all 4 corners, and often when you press it on one side, you undo it on the other side. But it's in there. So that's why integrated I/O shield is much nicer.
Agree.
My motherboard is a bit easier than yours because I only have 6 screws in my motherboard. I'm using a Micro ATX one.
I want to make a mama joke, but...
but I'm not sure if we have a H limit set on. So yeah, align it with the I/O as well on the back, and then I can screw it in. Something you always need to keep in mind with a separate I/O shield is there are small stick-out parts as well, so you don't have them like inside your LAN connector or stuff like that.
Yeah.
That can be very tricky.
Why are they actually there?
I don't know.
Is it, you know, to...
I think they should help with aligning it properly in there, but yeah, I don't...
They guide your motherboard to the port, more or less. They're pushing it down.
Yeah, they should. But if they're in the wrong position, then you push
pushing it out.
Yeah, you're pushing it into your connector, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
So always check if everything is clear. If not, then quickly fix it.
Oh, by the way, we're going to rate the camera work, so you know, vote Eric.
So only 6 screws for me.
Why?
Because
Cheater.
Micro ATX.
I could have done it with 3. We need like electric tools to put in the screws.
No, this is some practice for your wrist. After building a ton of PCs, this is not the issue anymore.
No.
This we can do. And the last one in the top left. There we go.
Michiel's build is why you buy a modular PSU. Yeah,
Yep.
indeed.
Because then you don't have all this cable mess right here sticking out. 'Cause there
I
are a
have the
lot-
same
a
cable
lot
mess,
of
but
them.
it's a bit more organized.
No, not as many, because
No.
I have all the power cables here.
Yeah.
I have like old school Molex power connectors like this. They are definitely not installed
I
anymore.
have them here as well.
Oh, you have one? Oh, it's...
Yeah, that's the SATA power comes
Oh,
also
that one
with
comes
this
with
one.
Molex. Yeah, but I have like a whole string of
I
those
know,
things.
you win.
I have the
True.
old school floppy connector.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool as well. And I have way too many SATA connectors because I'm not even using any SATA today, and I have a whole range of SATA. You're at least using one for your hub, but I don't have a hub, so I'm not using any SATA.
So you probably need them to power all the individual devices. No, you don't need them.
Well, I will.
You could buy like a separate hub,
Yeah.
but hope for compatibility and where you're going to put it in the case, because maybe there's not enough sides in the side panel.
Interconnecting them also works. It's just not very convenient.
Oh, it's a nightmare. You know, I did this blind.
The
blindfolded.
blindfolded
that was,
PC build. That was pretty
you know,
cool.
it was like 2 hours building and then 3 hours doing the RGB pin headers.
That was pretty cool. Now I'm also connecting all the other
I
cables.
even didn't do that.
You didn't even plug that in yet?
No.
Oh my god. Why did you
Jack,
use so
I'm
much
going
time
to
then?
the main view, and I'm going to do the same, because
gonna do
otherwise
some- You
my
don't want to get
disk-
behind on a non-easy deal.
No. Indeed. So I already put the mainboard in, and you want to check where the ATX 24 pins comes, what height it is. So, and on that
I
height-
literally cannot remember when I last built a PC without a modular power supply. This feels so old school
Yeah,
again.
true.
It's also nostalgic in a way.
True.
I don't miss it. I don't really miss it.
Okay, I have nice cable. Do you have cable comms?
No, I don't.
Okay, I have. You know, looks.
My cables are tie wrapped though.
that's also a way.
It's not the prettiest, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to try to make it look nice with the cable com. With this one.
But you already did your USB and HD audio stuff, right?
Yeah.
That one.
So
I still need
you're
to-
actually behind.
Yeah, I'm still behind.
So I have the two. What is the difference between this? This
One is
high
the,
speed.
no,
and,
one is the USB Type C front
yeah,
panel connector,
that's
and
this
one is
one.
the USB Type A
Indeed,
front panel connector.
indeed. So they're both located at the bottom of the motherboard. So that's where I'm going to put the cables through. Later I will show you in detail. Oh, maybe that's nice to show.
So many cables.
We're going to mobile view. Yeah. So now I'm going to connect these two connectors. So this is the Type C, high speed. This is the USB 3 connector, and this motherboard has angled. Yeah. Sorry, my camera. Where is my camera? Oh, over there. Sorry. It has angled connectors. So here is the Type C, SATA ports, and two front USB. I'm going to connect them right now. Like this.
I'm also doing the USB front panel connectors. I don't have the Type C on my case, so also not on my motherboard. It's a bit older, of course. I do have HD audio.
I need to check this correctly.
Make sure to make it pretty, Eric. No pressure.
I don't want to destroy you. Things. Okay. I think this looks ready. Let me check. cable come.
There we go.
Those two connectors going to the back. How far are you, Mike?
I'm doing my front panel, or my front USB connectors. I still have USB 2.0 actually there.
Okay. Well, it's not that bad. I mean,
That's a bit more light.
yes, X870E carbon Wi-Fi something.
Not
The
something.
motherboard.
MPG X870E carbon Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
That's it.
Something.
Something what?
Maybe Max or something.
No, that's
it's
not
a
a
normal
Max.
one.
Normal one.
Also, what I can show you, I'm going to prepare for the next step.
Oh, you're already there with all your easy DIY stuff.
The top of the case has, of course, a nice power button, probably reset button. Here the USB connectors.
Eric,
And
my nightmare is gonna start.
You can also easily remove the
The
top
power
of
button and the
case.
reset button all separately.
Very easy with this one, all magnetic. And now in this rails we can install the liquid cooler.
Luckily,
But going back to Mike.
Luckily, I know the pinout by heart. If you don't, and you need to install this, use the manual so you connect everything to the right place.
We should have done this like a chess game, that we have a timer.
Oh man, all the front panel ones. Do you want to see what I'm doing? Let me see if I can make it visible to you. Because these are my front panel connectors, and if I would cheat, I would steal Eric's cable. Where is it?
We lost it.
We
You
already
cannot
lost it.
cheat.
Okay, there I could already plug them in and I wouldn't have to do it directly on the motherboard, so it will make it easier. Now I have to do it all separately. So
Is this Mike? Oh,
What?
sorry. Oh,
So-
yeah,
so
no,
these are all the-
okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna start off with the HDD LED because that one is
Power is the last
Okay.
one because you can do it with a screwdriver.
power is the last one because it's the top row and it's easier to reach the top row than the bottom row. So this is bottom row and then the reset button is also bottom row.
Can you imagine if you don't know the pinouts? You need like a manual. You probably first keep it upside down.
And then there is the,
I don't know who
HDD
came up with
LED.
this.
and those are actually two separate
This
ones.
is still from 286 time, right?
Yeah, this is
The
exists for a
it
long,
didn't have a
long time.
pinout for the turbo button,
And
the
the
boost.
power button. There we go. Now it's connected.
This was quite fast.
Yeah, because I've done it
This takes
Too
me
many
like
times.
15 minutes.
at least.
Yeah. Not
So-
with this case.
I'm gonna remove the excess cable so it looks somewhat okay. There we go. But yeah, it's a lot of hassle compared to just having a single connector to plug it up.
DIY.
Yep.
Okay, so Mike,
Mhm.
I'm ready for the liquid cooler installation. Where are you?
Yeah, the RGB I will do at the very end because it's one huge spaghetti of cables.
Nice with the cable
I'm
guns.
already gonna get rid of
we're
this
going to push away.
because I'm not gonna use this. I'm not doing the RGB just yet because I also have RGB in my liquid cooling.
So that will be next week, part 2?
No, it will be today.
Okay.
But I will need to interconnect all the RGB cables, also of the liquid cooling. I'm already stuffing this away because I'm not gonna need all the Molex and
That's
SATA.
the non-modular power supply
Yeah,
stuff.
that's some non-modular. That's why I'm glad I have a bit of space here that I can stuff it all in. So now all the cables that I have left are fan cables and RGB cables, and those I will do when my liquid cooler is ready. But the liquid cooler is a bit different for me than it is for you. Let's first have a look at yours. So maybe you can open my slide.
We're going to do a giveaway.
Yeah, that's good.
Can you hold this?
Can you
Don't-
do it
don't-
while you open my my PowerPoint?
PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Yeah. No? Yeah, I can. One moment.
So this is our A15 series liquid cooler, so the MAG Core Liquid A15. It comes in 240 and 360 millimeters, so with either two
I can
fans.
give 2 away, right?
Yeah,
I'm a little bit behind.
Yeah, that's okay.
You're a little bit behind.
I'm a little bit behind. You can get it with either 2 fans, 240, or 3 fans, 360 millimeter. This is a liquid cooler that Eric will be using today because this one has a lot of easy DIY features. One of them is the uni bracket. So with the uni bracket, this comes pre-installed on the CPU block, and it is compatible with both Intel and AMD. And then we have our winners.
Our winners are JP and Roth. What's the English pronunciation? Roth?
Wrath, I would say. Wrath.
Yeah, like the AMD cooler, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
No, that's Wraith.
Wraith.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's with the I in it.
Yeah,
Okay. This looks
so this
almost
without.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you also won Steam wallet codes.
Yeah, if you want to participate, you can still go to amazon.com/2/insider or
Can you open
on
our chat again?
YouTube and Twitch. You can click on the Gleam link. Yes, we will continue. I'm still removing some dust filter stickers.
Maybe you can show your liquid cooler.
Yeah.
And you can show your uni bracket on your
But I'm
block.
first going to make some space.
You mean steal my space?
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Okay. Mobile.
So Eric's bracket on his liquid cooler is already installed. That's the uni bracket. I'm using the 240R. Mine doesn't have anything installed yet.
So this means you need to do manual
I need to do a
work.
bracket because the AMD bracket and the Intel bracket are different for my liquid cooler.
You have an AMD system, so you need to put it on an AMD
Yeah, I will
bracket.
put an AMD
and
one.
I don't care because it fits either socket.
Yeah,
Well,
indeed.
socket depends, but
Yeah,
either AMD or Intel. The recent
indeed,
generations.
Yeah, so AM4, AM5, but also LGA 1851, etc.
So that's how you mount it.
Yeah. But yours has a lot more features. So another one is Easy Connect. And Easy Connect is basically a single, well, I shouldn't say single. It's 2 connectors for your fans. So this is on the radiator side.
Yeah.
There are 2 cables coming out of it. One is the PWM for the fan. One is the addressable RGB. But it's not separate for every fan. So these are interconnected internally.
Can we see that?
No, because that's hidden.
So you normally between the fans you have a cable mesh.
Yep.
Mike will show you that later.
Indeed.
And we just have 2 cables coming out, one for RGB and one for the fan speed.
And then you have an extra nice adapter cable where you plug them both into, and that one goes into your special header. So you only need a single plug to plug the liquid cooler
That's
onto.
where is the cable. That's this one. That's where they both come together. So this is the fan speed, this is RGB.
Yeah.
And they come here together in one cable. And this is without USB because Mike already told you Easy Connect 2 also has a USB signal. So this is without USB but combines the fan header and RGB. So only one cable needed.
Yeah, that's
Plug
the
it
easy
in.
conn-design, and you can plug it in
How many
directly.
cables do you have, Mike? For
At-
each fan one?
At the moment, not that many yet.
Oh, your
because
fans
my
are
fans
missing.
are not on there yet. For you, the fans are pre-installed. For me, they are not.
Okay, so you know when you buy those in the box, the fans are already mounted
on there.
on the radiator.
Yeah, and that's also why the cables can be so nicely hidden, because this is already done from the factory. So you're basically already ready to install it in your case. I'm not, so I'm going to do some preparation work.
Are we going to watch that, or are we going to pre-install? Are we going to just install this?
If you maybe switch to my slide quickly, people can see how it works with the interconnect of the cable. So this is routed through it internally, and they're interconnected. So that's why you only get the 2 plugs at the very end. For me, that won't be the case. I'm going to prepare a lot for my liquid cooler.
Yeah, you do that.
Because I will need the bracket. So I have my AMD bracket right here. And I need to install the fans on the radiator. Luckily, it's only a 240 millimeter in my case, so I only have to install 2 fans.
What would you do first? Put, you know, play a game, or install the radiator first, or install the block first?
I usually install.
I have time. I can first play a game.
I usually install the radiator first.
Or play a game because I need to wait for you.
No, I will keep up. I'll be fine.
So Mike, he has like a lot of screws.
I have 8 screws for my 2
You're cheating.
fans.
You have like a 2
What
Two
do I have?
fans, not three.
Yep, I have a smaller liquid cooler, but my case can. I have a micro HX case. It cannot fit.
Okay, so I'm going to install the
More.
radiator.
But before you do, I steal the screwdriver for my fans.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going to main.
There we go.
I have here some screws. Oh, I have many. What do I want to do with them? Is this all for my radiator? Probably. I have 8. Not going to install 8 of them. Yeah, so I just first take the radiator, put it where I want to have it. I'm going to mount it on the top. And what you first maybe best do, the mic cannot hold the camera, is already route these cables. Is that? No, I can do that later.
Yeah, I would do that later as well.
So now
When you install the radiator itself, there it's important though.
yeah.
Because that you cannot properly reach anymore.
So, Mike. That's one screw. You're still busy with your fans?
Yep.
Okay, that's the second screw. Oh, need to align it well. It's half magnetic.
Alan's asking how do those fans together if you need to take them off to swap around. Well, you can just take them off, but you will not be able to use them separately like a normal fan because you don't have the separate connectors. But you can swap the fans out for different ones if you want. But of course you will get more cable clutter if you do so.
So I have 2 screws in. Now I just put the other ones in, quite easy.
So Eric basically already installed his radiator. I'm still mounting my fans onto my radiator.
And you're fast with this, you know what
Yeah,
you're
I
doing.
am pretty fast.
I don't know what I'm doing.
And then I still need to put my mounting bracket on. So AMD bracket, I need to shove that one onto my liquid plug. Like that.
So the radiator is installed. I don't need access anymore to the top of this case. So I'm just going to put the panel back on here. Quite easy. I hope you can see this. Just put it on there, click, and then I have 2 screws to secure it. That's it.
I'm currently making my AMD mount on my
I'm
motherboard.
waiting. Let's have a look where Mike is.
Oh, I'm almost done. I'm now making the clips on because this one uses the clip system. So that actually does make
Let
my
me
life a
check
little bit
on the
easier.
floor. No. Yeah, maybe
good?
you had like 4 of 2 separate fans over there.
No, my fans are nicely
yeah,
installed.
you really installed
My
it. It's this
AMD
one.
bracket is on my CPU
Next
block.
time we're going to mark it, that we know you didn't switch things below the table.
Luckily, I'm not wearing any long sleeves. So.
Yeah, indeed.
And then I can also mount my radiator into my case. Hey, look what I do have. A magnetic dust filter on top.
Lux.
And this is another downside because I need to route all those fan cables
maybe
to the
show
back.
first the cables, how many you have. Maybe you win, if it's a number
So,
game.
I've got this is for the pump, PWM.
Yeah.
And then for each fan I have 2 cables, one PWM, one addressable RGB. So for this one as well.
There's 5.
And now because I also have this addressable RGB on the CPU
6.
block. 6 cables in
Okay,
total.
and I have...
For your fans you only have
3.
1 for 3 of 2 for the 3 of them. You get 1 PWM, 1 addressable RGB, but you can combine them into a single connector. So basically
I
1.
did.
Yeah. And then of course for your block you do have the pump and the addressable RGB. Because that one is located in the
Well,
CPU
Mike
block.
is putting it in. Maybe we can take a look here. So this is just jangling over here. We need to find the combined cable. So this is the connector. Oh, focus, yeah. Which combines from the top the radiator and the fans. So actually from the fans, the RGB and the fan header. this is the only thing I need to connect to the motherboard, which is over, where is it? Where is it? Oh, over there. Sorry. Where's my camera? On this side. This one. We showed you before, easy connect. So I'm going to put the phone away. Because I want to route this nicely from the back to the back of the case. Mike, this is maybe my first proper cable management I did, because I don't have to do that much.
Yeah, that is doable, right?
Yeah.
So how many screws did you put in your radiator?
8?
Okay, I'm going for 6.
Yeah, because you have a 2-fan solution.
Yep. And that saves me a bit of time.
Okay, Mike, one complaint or what we can improve.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this connector, Easy Connect, it's quite short.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, yeah, and these cables are then close to the PCB. So I rather have that this end is a bit longer, that I can do proper cable management.
But then you do get longer cables inside your case, which also don't help for cable management. The idea behind this is that you basically use it to get the connectors behind your motherboard tray out of your sight.
Yeah, well, that's happening.
But yeah, there is pros and cons to each option.
Okay.
So you already, okay, your block is also not on your CPU yet. Good. I'm not that far behind you.
No, but I already installed the one cable where you need have.
Oh
like,
man, the cable management for me for the fans and RGB is going to take ages.
Yeah. Well, and now I'm ready to do the block.
Yeah, you can already paste your CPU.
Ooh, the best part.
Yep.
I think we want to have this live on camera.
Don't make it messy.
Why not?
Because you have to clean it
needs
yourself.
to work, right?
No, you have to
tomorrow
clean
I'm
it
not
afterwards.
Can you?
No,
give
that's good
me-
because
can you give
Friday
me
I will make you do it.
the secret recipe.
There you go.
I don't know what it is.
It's thermal paste. Because we use so much of it, we
It's
have bigger
broke.
tubes.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm an expert.
My radiator is also in.
Cool. Can you maybe hold this that people can?
Yeah, I can.
You know, that
Let me put that
they
one
can
back.
clip this.
Yep. Don't use too much.
No. What is like?
Yeah, that's sufficient. It's more than what I would do.
It's it happened.
Oh.
Okay, over there. One moment. Remove a bit.
You can. That should be easier to clean up later on. You're spreading it. I'm not sure if I would do it like this, because now you get the paper in your thermal paste. So don't try this at home, people. This is not the way to do it. It also looks like you're making it even more messy.
Like this. Should this be okay? Mike, just
Just
nod
put it
your
on.
head. Just say yes.
I will later on show how it should be done. But now you can continue.
That's all, right? It's good.
Yeah, and then put your block on.
Why all my hands? Oh my God.
And then with the mounting pressure, it will spread.
Oh, one cable is stuck below the.
There are more people in chat that think you're messy.
Hey, I know. Okay.
That's how the uni bracket works. So it just slides over the ones for AMD in this case.
And then we have the. Oh, I have one motherboard screw left.
Compa is asking, how tight should the CPU cooler be tightened? Properly, but don't overdo it. Like, don't use excessive force. So basically,
If the paste comes out on the sides, you're overdoing it.
or you put too much paste
Oh
on.
yeah,
one
that's
of the
my
two.
scenario.
Okay,
so we
also
have.
do it diagonally. So don't fully do one side and then the other. First screw it on and tighten them one by one diagonally.
Always.
Yeah, because then you get an even spread of your thermal paste.
So I put the 4 what spring screws? How do you call them?
Yeah, they're like spring-loaded screws.
Spring-loaded screws. Okay, I'm going to take your screwdriver. Okay, so first I'm going to just this side bit until I feel pressure, and then diagonally. This side. Actually, I think with the Epic CPU, you are not allowed to do side by side. There is a really order.
Yeah, you mean the high-end desktop platform
64
from AMD?
core.
Yeah. They have like a very
they have.
specific manual printed on it how you should tighten your
indeed.
cooler. Yeah, that's correct. But they also, it comes with a special screwdriver.
Yeah, and it
that
clicks,
one
stops when it's tight enough.
Yeah.
And here it stops when Erik gets tired.
With your click mechanism.
Yeah. No, but now I feel, when I cannot turn it, I direct immediately stop. And now I'm going to just put it a bit tighter, all of them.
Wogerad says, I put way too much in my CPU and it was leaking for over an hour. I had to wipe the excess with a Q-tip. Yeah, that's what you get when you use too much thermal.
So, water block installed. I have 2 cables over here. So we can connect them to the motherboard. But what we also can do is connect them on the hub. So what I'm going to do, Mike, can you maybe... over here I have the holes.
I would only do that for the RGB if I were you, not for the...
Oh, sorry, yeah, correct. This one...
Because that one is for the pump?
Yeah, I'm going to connect here. That's a pump header, the white one, which you can...
no, the white is not the pump header.
Oh, this one. No, this one then.
It says on the motherboard.
Yeah, Erik with his lens.
It's the one,
this
in this
one.
Case, no. Let me see. Oh no, it is the white one in
It's
this
the white
case.
one.
It's a combined one in this one.
Yeah.
But it differs per motherboard. Some have a dedicated one.
I did my homework.
Good.
So I'm going to...
And the reason why you don't want to do this to the hub, because then the hub will control it through the system fan header, and that's where it will get its PWM signal from. That way, also, if your fans spin a lot down, it will make your pump also spin a lot slower.
No, I'm going to put it up. And now on the other side, Mike.
There we go. But for the addressable RGB, you can, of course, interconnect it. It's probably you want to sync it anyway.
I'm also pulling the cable to the back. And then, so for the pump header, and then over here. I have the RGB. RGB is going to the hub. So it's quite easy. There's one pin not connected. Oh.
A bit to the right.
Yeah. No. Yeah, is this it?
Is it properly in? Yeah,
there you go. Yeah. Okay, now the only thing what I need to do is, well, I already did this, connect the hub for power, and then the hub still has 2 connectors left. So we have one addressable RGB, and we have one fan header, and to make sure everything's working, these need to be connected on the motherboard. And they are here on the side, so I'm going to...
Because that's where the hub will get its signal from. So that way you can also control it through, for example, the RGB through the Mystic Light software. And you can also control the system fans through the system fan header on the motherboard.
I'm going to do this in a not nice way. I mean, I can do better. So I'm going to...
People were scared that you would break the RGB pin. Luckily he did.
Oh yeah, I can. Okay, so over here, again, like RGB, addressable.
Uh-oh.
And we have one system fan header. I'm going to put this over here. And again, pull those cables from the back a little bit, that we don't see them anymore. And if you have tie wraps, you know, you can really nicely also guide these to the back. And that's it. I mean, now the only thing is, what is missing is a GPU. Water block should be working, fingers crossed. But yeah, over here with the cable comes, all the cable routing looks really nice. Over here as well.
Yeah, it looks neat.
So the only thing what we need to do is put the GPU in with the support, connect the cable. We already did audio, we already did the pin header. But now it's back to you, Mike.
And that's going to be a lot of work because I have a lot of, I don't have the hub, so I have to do a lot manually. But first I'm going to install my liquid cooler.
Oh, paste tutorial.
Paste tutorial.
I think my way is better, you know, just... Can I, maybe, you know, can you describe it that I can practice again? You know, you just say, Erik, do it like this.
I always use a little bit less. This is always a bit tricky type of thermal paste because it is very, gooey. No, don't touch it.
Maybe I can...
This will be I'm going to get a different thermal paste. I'm scared with it because you're too close. Give me that one. Go stand in the corner.
Can I put it?
No. You're making a mess out of this.
I just want a little bit help.
No. It's going to be a long live stream. Go stand to the back. You have a zoom lens on your...
I'm paid per hour, so it's okay.
Okay, me too. Go stand back, use your zoom lens. No. There we go. That's all you need. No.
Is this all?
Yeah, I don't use as much.
A bit sad.
No, that's all you need because you will properly spread it. No, don't make a mess with my system. Go destroy your own system. I'm going to make this a very neat, non-easy DIY system. Can I have your screwdriver?
Oh yeah? Which one? This one?
The bigger one, yeah. Yeah, this mounting mechanism works a little bit differently because
Apex agrees with me. He wants to make lines of paste.
Lines of paste, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make line of paste. There are different ways of applying a thermal paste, but this is the easiest. People usually think that it's not properly spread when you only put it in the middle. But if your CPU block is mounted properly, then it always spreads properly as well. This is actually also quite an easy mechanism because this one uses the default clips from AMD. So I will just push it down, that it falls over the clips. Right there on top and here on the bottom. So you can already hear a bit of a click. So now it's in the correct location. And now I tighten them one by one so I get that proper pressure on each side. And at a certain point, if I want to tighten them a little bit further, that's when I use my screwdriver. But again, don't over tighten things. Especially not with these, because these are attached to plastic clips. So that's like the default AMD
retention mechanism.
Yeah, so if you over tighten them, you might break the plastic. So I can now feel that they don't really go any further. So all good.
Maybe I need to really
you want to over tighten it and destroy the clips?
Okay.
Oh, all good.
Yeah.
Approved?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also have this cable. This is only the RGB one for me because my pump is not in my CPU block. My pump is inside the radiator. That's specifically for this model. For you, it is in the CPU block. But I'm going to route this to the back here on top. Right. There we go. And then there is my huge cable mess in the back because
I was already showing this to the people.
I have a ton of RGB cables and fan cables.
Okay, he's going to sit down.
Yeah.
That means something.
Yeah, that means something. What I'm going to do is first identify my pump cable. So I connect that one because I want to have a constant power supply to that. And that one will get its own connector right here. There we go. And then I have...
You have too many things.
Yeah, I have a lot. That's why I need to identify what comes from where. So this is the fan from the back of the case. So I'm going to toss this aside for now. Then let me, because I actually have a splitter cable here, let me unplug this so I don't cheat with a pre-installed splitter cable. Oh, I just unplugged the radiator, or the pump actually that I just plugged. I shouldn't. This one. Then where is my fan cable? These two. Okay. Then I have the other fan, and this is from the fan on the radiator. And then from this direction I have other set from the radiator. And these two I'm going to combine because I have a limited number of headers on the motherboard.
That's normally the big problem.
Yeah.
You cannot connect them all one by one on the main board because.
But also I want to have them connected to the CPU header on the motherboard, and that's always a single one. So for this, I use one of these cables, so that basically combines the two of them. This comes with the liquid cooler, by the way. It combines the two. If you get the 360 version, you also get a bigger one that has three. And then this is what you plug into the CPU fan header on the motherboard. Let me see, that one is here on top. It's in a bit difficult location because of the radiator. Now you take away my light. Wait, let me put it down, it's easier. Then you can see where I am. So that is where it is.
That's impossible. We need transparent cases and stuff, you know.
To show this properly,
Yeah,
I mean.
transparent table.
And this one is also quite difficult to plug in.
Well,
with the
actually, it
radiator.
shows, you know, you build a lot of PCs, you're skilled, I can say. So
But this is just a general difficult location.
Yeah. It shows that the easy DIY is way more easy.
Yeah, but also not always you can completely avoid, like the order in which you do things is also important. This, of course, I couldn't do differently because I don't have this. I could basically pre-route it and plug it in later. But as you mentioned before as well, if you wouldn't have plugged your power connectors in early and you put your radiator over it, then you cannot reach it anymore. Now I can reach it. Yeah, there we go. So now it's plugged into right there. And I routed the cable to the back so you don't see a lot of cable there. No, this one. So that's the splitter cable on the other side. Okay. So now that one is connected. Now I have a lot of case fans on the front. And I have so many that I need another splitter cable. So I actually have one here, I will unplug it, so I will show you what I do where. This is a 4-way splitter cable, and that's because I only have one system fan header on this motherboard. This is an entry-level motherboard, but I do have 4 case fans, 3 at the front and 1 at the back.
Maybe I'm just going to install the GPU.
Yeah, you can. Well, I do all the cable clutter.
Chair. Yeah, I think everything is connected. So just going to put it down. Whoa. For the GPU, I still need to remove 2 of the, how do you call them, Mike? These brackets.
Yeah, the brackets.
Yeah, well, I need to remove 2 of them. I know where
so those
the
are like
GPU is
the
located.
brackets for where your expansion slots are?
Yeah.
You're only going to remove 2? Is that enough for your 59?
Yeah, I mean, the iron bracket is only 2.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably 5 thick or something. You see? So the bracket is only 2, so I only need to remove 2, and this fits inside the case. So, okay, that's all. It's in. I'm going to lock it. Lock. Can I? Oh, I can.
I have now interconnected all the 4 fans to the single one, so I can plug that one. Let me see where do I have a convenient location.
My screwdriver is too short, Mike.
Do you need mine?
Yeah, I need yours.
There you
I was like, oh, I cannot reach it.
go. That's gonna be challenging.
Uh-oh.
And now I plug my 4 fans into the system fan header. Do we quickly want to show my next nightmare?
Yeah, one moment. That's one.
I don't have an addressable RGB hub. I do have an addressable RGB header, but it's a single one. It's located here on the bottom, right there in the corner is the JRainbow header. And I actually have quite a lot of devices with RGB. So 1, 2, 3, 4 fans with RGB. 2 more here, so that's 6 fans with RGB. And there is RGB in my block. So I have 7 RGB devices. Luckily, the header is strong enough to power all of them, but I need to interconnect all the cables.
Daisy chain.
So daisy chain everything. So from the fan, you would see that you get 2 cables, and you basically connect one to the next. But first, I'm going to start with a starting point to plug it in on the motherboard. Let me see which one I will take for this.
And I'm putting in another screw.
I use this one because it's easiest to reach it.
One hand.
Yeah, for you, yes.
Finished. Okay, I'm going to put in the PCIe power connector. I already routed it. So nice cable comp over here. And yeah, you know, the connector is yellow. Now with this camera it's not using green screen, so you probably can see it. And the idea behind is not to be yellow, but if you see yellow, no good plan, then it can burn. So you're going to push it over here, and when you look at the sides where it connects, you don't see any yellow. So if it's like this, oh shit, sorry, like this, not good. Make sure you push it all the way down and you don't see any yellow. So, and with the cable comp, I'm going to make it like this, and then pull on the cables on the back over there. Yeah, well, on the back of it. That's it. And we over here we have the GPU mount. Now it's.
I'm still interconnecting all the cables.
Yeah, you continue.
So this is I interconnect every single fan's RGB. There we go. There's another one.
You don't want to have this up against your fan, so I'm going to put it over here next to the fan, so it doesn't block any fans for the air flow. And there is a screw in it. Over here you can tighten it, and that's it basically. I'm going to put this away. Sorry, to the main. I'm going to put the case upside down. Going to pull on the VGA cable a bit.
I thought that was the last one, but it wasn't.
You found more?
Yep, I had another one.
Okay. Make it look nice. Mike, I'm done.
Yeah, you are.
So, oh, I have 2 side panels. I'm going to put the side panel on there. Did I really do everything? I'm surprised if this works.
I just interconnected everything, and now I need to stuff it.
So the back is a bit more tricky because I also have a cable mess. Not really cable mess, but
look at mine. Here, this is all the interconnected RGB cables and all the non-modular cables. We don't see anything up.
Oh, yeah, good point.
First, show your cable mess.
Okay.
It's also a cable mess.
It's also a cable mess.
But not as bad as this.
No, but you know, I'm going to use some tie rip to put this away. I can put there are no cables I'm not using, but I'm going to put this behind the PSU.
So
this one maybe I'm going to do different, but yeah.
I stuffed a lot in the bottom because I have all the non-modular cables that I don't need are stuffed in there. Now all the interconnected RGB cables are also stuffed in there.
This looks like an atomic bomb or something like.
It's kind of like that. I need a lot of tie wraps in order to make this tidy. I'm not going to do that now because it takes way too much time and we still want to play a little bit of Rematch. Yeah. So next thing I'm going to do is install my graphics card because that I haven't done yet.
And I don't care about the back, so I'm just going to put this in and put my side panel here.
Can I have your screwdriver again?
Oh yeah, sure. It's actually yours. I stole it.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
So I'm doing the same process as you just did, removing the brackets from the rear.
So I have tie wrap. No, how do you call this? Velcro.
Yeah, it's Velcro.
I have some Velcro. I'm just going to push the cables in here.
I really like those Velcro ones because if you want to redo something, you can just open them up again. Or for tie wraps, you immediately have to cut them out.
Am I going to do this? No, I'm just going to close it.
It's just kind of the lazy way.
Yeah, the lazy way. I mean, if it fits, I mean, I'm done, Mike.
Fits, it sits.
I'm done.
You are. I'm not done just yet.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put the monitor back on the table. Whoa!
Luckily, my graphics card is a little bit smaller. I'm using a 6700 XT AMD Radeon card. So it's a little bit more modest.
I think bigger doesn't fit your case.
I do have a little bit of space left. But of course, it's a micro HX case, so it's a little bit less space than you have in yours. There we go. Now, close that one. And I already pre-routed my VGA cables here as well.
Camera work, photo Eric.
There we go. There's one. And this is why a single connector is also more convenient. It's not just prettier, but you also get this out of the way.
A little bit, Mike.
There we go. So it's not as pretty as the single connector, but it works. Yeah, I'm also done.
Cool.
Did I connect everything? I think I did. I just need to put the side panels on.
I already did.
Yeah, for you, it's probably easier because I need to push all those cables to the back while trying to fit this back on.
Well, now the cable mess. So we have power.
Cable decoration.
Camera? Oh, yeah, sorry. Did you see the camera?
You already destroyed stuff.
Went away when I put it in
I have
the
so
power.
many cables that it's actually difficult to fit this back on.
I forgot one screw, Mike. My motherboard screw.
You cheated. Yes.
This might be a motherboard with only 8 screw holes. We don't know. No way to confirm. Case is closed. But like a limited edition something.
Oh, I can double check for you.
No. Lam. Need that? Let me see.
Do you already have your glass panel back on?
Yep.
There you are.
Yep. I hope it works. I hope it works. Mouse in. What is this?
I'm going to take this box away.
USB, we don't need that for the monitor, right?
No, not for now. Let's move yours a bit to the... can you make
Game
that? Or?
controller?
Yeah, I'm going to move yours a bit forwards as well. This is much bigger.
I like this case.
It is a nice case. But the micro HX is pretty cute as well,
I'm
right?
actually considering to adopt this sample for my PC at home. Is that an option?
You have to ask our colleague because I borrowed this one.
damn.
Because I only had the white one that we used for previous lives.
Yeah. But it's really easy to, you know...
It
there's
is
a lot of
very easy to build.
easy features. Okay. And then one DisplayPort cable.
No cable management required for...
You didn't
this,
do
right?
cable management?
No, I meant for the keyboard and mouse. For that, I definitely didn't.
So, chat. What does the chat talk about? Sorry. Oh. Apex Assassin is saying we need to take off the plastic of the side panel.
Oh, the peeling. Go ahead.
Wristbands? Pff, overrated.
The anti-static ones.
That's our carpet doesn't like wristbands.
No, I also don't like wristbands. I'm wearing a watch. That's a wristband.
Yeah.
No USB for that.
I
section, but it is-
never use
Hey,
wristbands.
there we go.
I know, you know, in professional locations, we're amateurs. In professional locations where they really do system assembly, they do. I saw this in the past.
You know why I never wear a wristband? I do some additional electrostatic discharge
Yeah,
testing.
Yeah.
If I can break it with that, then we need better.
The fact that when we plug something in, the camera, you know, short. How do you say that?
It's not really short circuit.
No,
that's
it is
much,
not.
But it's,
it switches. Yeah, it switches away.
I think it is.
Says enough.
Yeah, it means it is very static here.
Are you just
Actually, it works.
Mike?
I won!
Come on! Oh.
Did you connect everything properly? Did you? I'm getting shocked.
Uh-oh. I see lights.
Where's your RGB?
It's,
Huh?
I have RGB memory.
Where's the RGB in the front of your case?
Okay, maybe I need to take this off for a moment.
Easy DIY, he said.
Yeah, you hold this, please.
Oh, my system is already almost booted.
Let me see.
Why did you switch off my power supply?
No, I didn't do that.
It was a tiny mouse walking by me.
I accidentally bumped into it.
Oh, was that what happened?
Yeah, probably.
So why did you screw up?
I don't know. I don't know.
Those are the best answers.
I don't know. Okay, so it has power. Confirmed.
Yeah.
It is connected over here. Confirmed. So we're missing the fans from the front. That's kind of strange.
Those are connected to the hub already, yeah.
Those are connected. So the only conclusion is that...
The front?
Oh, it's booting.
No, the connector, the RGB connector.
I'm going to switch this off. Oh, okay.
The RGB connector from the hub to the case.
Yeah.
Or to the motherboard, sorry.
Yeah. But that's in as well.
Properly?
Well, you know, Erik style.
On both sides properly?
On both sides.
Is it also still in the hub properly, or did you pull anything too hard?
I mean, here everything is connected,
Yeah, it
right?
looks okay.
Looks okay. This is the one we added. Looks okay. Uh-oh. Looks okay. Still
Looks
okay.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, what can go wrong here?
Did you re-plug it? The one
Yeah,
on
I'm
the motherboard?
doing right now.
Apex Assassin says, faulty cable? No, I suspect faulty builder.
Oh my god. Okay. Try again.
That's why I thought you were ambitious with already closing your case. I don't see any RGB.
I don't see any RGB. What? So it was correct.
You switched it off with the button.
I was so.
Rookie error.
Anyway, I want to prove my innocence.
No one saw that,
I want to
Eric.
prove
No
my
one saw that.
innocence. So actually, it was working, but on top of the case. Oh, sorry, I don't know what it has. Yeah, so on top of the case, we also have a button where you can cycle through the color profiles, and I think Mike sabotaged this when I was to the toilet or something, you know, didn't pay attention. He probably pushed this one on purpose, you know, to make me debug the whole system, take it apart. But luckily, it's easy DIY, so it didn't take a lot of time. Thank you, Mike.
So what do your lights look like now?
Hey!
You switched them off again.
Did I switch them off? Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I thought you... Looks nice.
It does look nice.
So this case comes with 2 RGB fans in the front and 1 non-RGB fan in the back, right?
Yeah, correct. You can sync it up actually. And it
you need to
maybe
hold the
switched
button?
off in the software. That's maybe why it switches off. Because you can separately switch it off.
Okay.
But now I will put it on the manual mode so you can cycle through all the different colors. What's your favorite? Or do you want an
RGB, all
effect?
the things.
Okay, so you want like
This one.
rainbow effect? Okay,
Yeah, cool. And what's your RGB? Ooh, you have some...
It's working, but I don't have a hub, so I cannot control it through a hub. So mine automatically syncs with the motherboard, and apparently the motherboard is now doing a rainbow thing. So my case is doing a rainbow thing. I could control this by installing MSI Center with Mystic Light. Then I can control everything, or at least I can control everything at once because it's a
You
single
make
header.
me open it up for nothing.
I did.
Mr. Sabotage. But yeah, I like this case because it's just click, 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 and you know the cable mass on
So
this
even
side.
with easy DIY, you managed to take more time to actually finish off a fully working build.
No!
No? We have some witnesses.
We will cut that from later on YouTube. We
I'm
will cut
gonna
it out.
grab a game controller because we're gonna play a game. Oh, that's a bit high.
It's a heavy. It's a heavy. Is the case heavy? I mean, the motherboard is heavy.
Let me plug in
The
an
GPU is
internet
heavy.
Yeah, you're running a 5090. Of course, it's a 5090.
I want to
Supreme.
beat you in this rematch game.
I think. Okay, can we play against each other? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I
At
also
least
don't know.
I will have like smooth gameplay.
That's true. Your system is a lot faster than mine. Mine
I
is a
can
few
probably run
generations
5 rematch games at the same time.
easily.
Okay,
Easily.
15.
Can you switch to my capture?
I can. But it doesn't show anything.
Let me set it. It is a duplicate.
Okay, then I can already check if mine is working. Mine is working. And
Mine
yours
is-
is doing nothing.
Mine is plugged in.
Okay, so who needs to open up his case?
I think I need to open up the capture card.
Okay. Blame it on the capture card.
I always do. Because it's Elgato that says no signal. There we go. If you go to our website, in this case we're located in the Netherlands, so you see it in Dutch. Let me switch to the British ones. So that's UK, so you have everything in English, a bit better. If you go to What's New? Promotions, then here you will see the Rematch promotion. That will lead you to the Rematch page. I'll make things a little bit bigger. There you go. So this is for the game bundle. It is specifically with certain motherboards. So the invoice eligibility period is from the 19th of June. So it's already active until the 19th of July. Or while
Almost
stock
finished.
lasts. No, it's
Half.
over 2 weeks left.
Yeah, so
For the
2 weeks passed,
invoice.
2
And
weeks left.
then you can still redeem it
Oh,
up
yeah,
until
yeah,
the
yeah,
16th of August.
Yeah, number of keys per
Yeah.
country are listed over there. So
Yeah. So still quite a few left. And the game activation period, I think you can also probably, it's interesting. I think you can also do it after because you can still redeem it after as well.
yeah. But that's 2026, Mike.
Oh, 2026, sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't read properly. So yeah, you can redeem it until the 16th of August 2025, and then you can activate the game until June 19th, 2026. Only 250 left, so this specifically for the UK. This differs per region. So there is a set number of keys.
And the
for
models
each of the
might
region.
also differ per region.
Yeah, so here you see eligible models. This is also specifically for the UK indeed. So
Intel.
yeah, so Z890, a whole bunch of different models that you can get a key code with, or a game code with, or a B860 models that you can also get a free copy of Rematch with. So Rematch, like mentioned before, it's a bit of a hybrid between FIFA, or FC as it's called nowadays, and Rocket League. And now let's give it a go, Eric.
Is Eric's motherboard RGB working or is it still turned off? Yeah, we will do that next week.
I think it's through software. You have
Yeah,
some
I need
stuff
to
switched.
check the software, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that right now.
Yeah.
But it's off. I'm already in, Mike.
Oh,
I'm
no.
waiting.
I know why it switched off. You sabotaged yourself.
What did I do?
You switched off the dip switch. The
Are you
easy
serious?
LED. Switch
Are
it on.
you s-
Test it out. Switch
Are
it
you
on.
serious?
Switch
Give
it on
me a
and sync it.
screwdriver. I will show you how it's done.
You don't need a screwdriver. You can pull it off. You
No,
have
no,
the
no,
easy
but
way.
I'm doing this with a screwdriver, Mike. I'm used to the screwdriver method.
Cheers. Dip switch
Did
back
I
on.
sabotage myself?
All of a sudden, I remembered you were playing with that thing.
Uh-oh, it works.
So you did sabotage yourself. Nice.
Yeah. I'm going to show. Oh my god.
So now his motherboard RGB is back on. So now he can also sync this. It will flash. And now it will do the same as the RGB on his motherboard.
Well, nice to know that the switch is working.
Yeah, it is working.
So I can, over here we have the switch. You need a screwdriver for that. It's really, oh, it works. Memory is not switching off.
No, the memory is because it's controlled by itself.
Wow.
You can control it through the software, but it's not directly controlled through the motherboard. So the motherboard switch is specifically for the motherboard itself. And the RGB
Why did I sabotage myself?
Because you were playing with the switch with your screwdriver.
Yeah. Anyway, we now know it works.
So can you send me
Thank
an
you,
invite?
Alan. I can send you an invite with your friends list. Oh yeah, you are one? Yeah, invite.
Oh, Alan did actually call it before.
Yeah,
I didn't read
yeah.
Alan's message yet, sorry. Good point, Alan.
Did
Oh,
you
wait,
get an invite?
wait, I need to...
Slow guy. Top.
Where is it?
Yep.
Here? Accept. Okay, so now you need to start the match.
Quick match? 3,
Oh,
5.
Alan has the same motherboard.
Okay.
Did you also make the same mistake as Eric did?
He has friends who don't do that with him.
I now hope he didn't do it with the screwdriver.
5
like
versus
you.
5?
Yeah, then at least 3 people can carry us. We may need it.
Oh yeah. When we went into our green screen room,
Let me quickly
or
check
video
if
room,
my
whatever you want to call it,
audio device.
they were still
I'm doing
moving all
this on
things, so
purpose.
when we walk outside, probably everything is empty.
Yeah, my audio device should be good. Is yours?
Sorry, I need to check that as well.
So people also
At
get
least
the
audio is working.
in-game audio.
Oh. And then I need to switch it. No, it was. So is audio working? Yeah, looks like it. Don't know.
Oh, we need to start.
Ooh, what do we need to do?
Okay.
I'm the goalie. Keeper and goalie, right?
Goalie,
Goalkeeper. Yeah, goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper.
Oh my God, what do you
Okay.
need to do? Where's my goal?
Oh my God, people already know how
This
to
is my
play
goal.
this.
What is my goal?
You see, people are already carrying us. Let's go!
Hey! Woohoo!
Way to go,
Woohoo!
team. We haven't touched the ball, but that's okay. We'll take it.
Hey, now I can. Oh no, you're. Whoa! Look at that.
That was good. That was good.
Oh, now I'm on the field. That's not good for us.
Okay. Let's go get him.
Are these like 5 real
It's
opponents?
AFK or...
Who?
Kick in! Oh. Get here.
Oh my God!
Eric, go kick him in the knee.
Oh, I almost headbutt him.
To me.
How do I run? Oh, yeah.
With the LB button.
Give me the ball! Give me the ball! Look at me! Give me the ball! Yeah, thank you. What do we do? What do we do? Run! No! Oh. Oh, I'm not good with the controller.
Oh, okay. All good,
Yeah,
all good.
I'm running.
Oh, now I'm the goalie all of a sudden.
Raving Henry, is that you? No,
No.
that's not you.
I'm in the goal now.
Oh, take the ball. Can I attack the keeper? The goalie?
I don't know. I'm just making sure they're not scoring here.
Oh, you're the goalie. Okay.
For now. Okay, all good.
Should I stay at my side? Yeah.
Whatever you prefer. Can you switch to the split screen? I can see both
yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not saying that I know how to play this game and.
Did you see that?
Good.
Did you
Yeah, I
see
saw
that?
that.
Oh.
Good.
Okay.
You see me? Why do you click?
Oops. That was not far enough. Okay, thanks Raving Henry for saving us. It is kind of fun actually. I'm just very bad at it.
Oh.
Oh, you missed it. Oh, you missed it too. All good. We got this. So, Eric, if I'm tired of being the goalie, I can just run out of it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, why not?
I think it automatically switches off my gloves if I do.
Oh, take it.
Easy.
Yeah, good. Mike,
Okay,
you see me? You see me?
Yeah. I see.
I'm calling. Hey.
There you go.
Oh, where is it?
Take the ball then.
Yeah, I mean, this is like Rocket League. I don't know where the ball is. Rocket League with people.
Rocket League is easier,
Oh.
I think. Oh, nice block. There you go.
Line down the line.
I will do the goalie.
Yeah, you will do goalie? Okay, then I'm running out.
Nah, I'm joking.
No, we don't have a goalie.
Doesn't matter. I mean, it's already one.
Boom! Shoot it in. Oh, their
to
goalie
the
was
goal, to the goal, to the goal, to the
back
goal,
just
to
in
the goal,
time.
to the goal, to the goal.
Can I kick their goalie?
Hey, I'm goalie, so you can just switch position. What do you need to do as goalie?
Stop the ball.
Yeah, but how? I mean,
With
is there a
if
button?
you
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, there
I
is
see.
the
B.
left trigger. Then you go in like defensive mode,
Oh yeah, yeah. I see. I see.
and then with Y, I think you can dive in a certain
Y,
direction. Y.
Why? Yeah. Oh, cool.
Okay. We're doing fine so far, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we need to survive for another 2.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. That's not easy with me in the goal, but okay, I'm just saying.
Come on goal it. Oh.
Oh, me.
Okay, go for it.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh my god, I thought you were the goalie.
I was a little bit like, where's the ball? Oh my god. Ah, okay, I'm exit goalie. I mean, nobody knows. Well,
The thing is, because you were still in that zone, you still had the gloves on. So I could go in your place, but I could
do
not.
you think team members already know I don't
Completely.
know how to play this game?
Yeah, I think they've
Yeah?
noticed by now.
Okay, then I'm just running next to Raving Henry, so... Oh, nice.
Okay,
Oh,
kick it
that's
in, kick it
not
in. Oh, it took too long.
Oh. Hey,
Okay, kick him in the knee.
I kicked him. Ooh, nice. Oh,
Oh.
that'd be nice.
Okay, Henry, take the ball. Where's the ball?
Take
Oh,
it, take it.
Sorry, goalie has
Nice.
it. Oh, whoops.
Oh,
That's the wrong direction. I did a pizza to that.
Oh my god, this controller stuff makes me... How do I kick people?
B.
B, that's B.
There.
Smashing B.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, no, good.
All good, all good.
This Raving Henry gets all the balls.
Yeah, he's our only skilled player.
Ooh!
Oh, you
that
missed
would be
that.
nice.
How? Okay,
Using
60 minutes left.
Seconds.
Or sorry, seconds. Usually a match is 1.5 hours, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh my god, this is nice.
Good, good, good.
Ooh, did you throw the ball to me?
No, it's a raving Henry.
Oh, okay. He
Henry, go score. Boom. Oh, finish it. No, let's go. Henry carrying us big time.
Yeah.
Awesome, that's it.
He probably gets all the points.
I think so.
Now I see you guys are not football players. What's Skeet's talking about? It's a computer game. It's, I mean, on the outside we're quite okay. No, also not.
On the Rocket League pitch, there we can do some.
Where's the ball? Oh, here. Can I?
Okay. Okay.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, only 10 seconds left. Oh, easy win. Easy win.
No, 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 no.
Easy win. Last
Last
shot.
shot. Yeah, in that goal, please.
There we go. First game, first win. Whew.
Do I get now, like... Okay. I get some XP, Mike?
For what?
I don't know, maybe I get like...
For being there.
Maybe I get different skills. Oh, we
okay.
can see what I did. Well, okay, I didn't do that
You
much.
did absolutely nothing.
I only get 600 points. What kind of game is this?
Time to call it a day. Let's pick our last winner for today.
What?
But it
Okay,
was fun.
Okay, okay. Last winner today.
Ellen is also heading out. So are we, Ellen.
Yeah.
We will pick our final winner.
Last winner for today. Steam voucher. Is it? Yeah. it's
Maybe you can
working.
already do our next week.
Yeah. Maximum Bunny, congrats.
Maximum Bunny, congrats. You also won a Steam wallet code. So congrats again to all the winners. We will email the codes to you in the coming days with some instructions on
Next
how to
week.
redeem it.
Nothing.
Next week, nothing. But in 2 weeks'
16th
time.
or when? What
Yeah,
was it?
16th of July,
Yeah.
we will be back with a new live stream or month.
Almost my birthday.
Almost.
Yeah, the 17th.
Yeah, you will turn 18, right?
Yeah, I wish.
I think Monk Kid will be there.
Yeah,
that
my
live
kid is
stream.
going to do a live stream about the Vision, I think together with you.
Oh,
Well, I'm on holiday.
oh, lucky you.
And Peter is also on holiday.
Ah, lucky him. Then with me, apparently.
I guess so, yeah.
So that's the Vision X.
Yeah.
The one we saw at Gamescom.
Yeah,
with the
nice
cool big
one.
screen
Yeah,
at the front.
Yeah. Very
Nice.
nice one.
Yeah, there, I want to be there. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So,
Can you go back to the chat box?
oh, yeah. Thank you all for joining today.
Thank you so much for watching.
Hope you saw the improvements we made with Easy DIY. I mean, this
And
is
how
already,
you also saw that Eric sabotaged himself.
you know.
And that he still was slower with the Easy DIY PC.
Come on. No, but I mean.
Okay, you did wait a couple of times for me to catch up.
Wait, if I've known that, I could already been practicing this game that people thought I was pro, like XP level 12 and having a lot of free T-shirts, and I don't know what the kind of skins they're giving me when I win. Anyway.
You would be so bad that you would be running naked on the pitch.
Probably. Anyway, I think Easy DIY is years in the making, and then we keep adding features. It also is closely related to Project Zero, removing all the cables. But I think you can
Make
see,
it easier and make it look nicer.
Mike was building an AM4 PC, but you see, with all the cables and with all the connectors and all the things, it takes just more time to build a PC. And yeah, this is way more easy.
It's also less
even
enjoyable.
I could do it.
Especially all the RGB cables
Yeah,
and fans.
indeed.
Much easier.
Which one is cooler, Mike? Or which one is cooler? Well, I'm cooler.
In terms of temperature, in terms of
Outside,
swag.
probably not. Outside is like 32 degrees, I guess, now.
Yeah.
I can check anyway. It's too hot here. It's heat wave this. And,
But in terms of system, yeah, he has a 1590. So my temp will probably be a
it's
bit lower.
raining.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, finally.
That's good. Okay, but thank you so much for watching today. We hope
Yeah.
to see you all again in 2 weeks' time. Same place, same time. If you're interested in Rematch, check out the game bundle we have on our website. Or if you want a Steam code, you're lucky, you may be able to buy it through Steam as well. Then thanks for watching and hope to see you again in 2 weeks' time. Take care.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Take care.